Yeehaw. All right. Hello, Internet. Welcome back to Lines and the Lies. This is Crits and Giggles, D&D doing it live, the Vecna one. I'm that Magic Juice, your host, GM, and cat wrangler for the day. We're going to go around the table, introduce ourselves and our characters, recap what happened last time, and I'm going to A, come up with a new opening catchphrase, and B, open up our spreadsheet that you just mentioned, and then we'll get right to it, starting with Ash.
Hey, it's me. Hi, I'm Ash. I go by Ash Rabbit all over the internet, and today and in perpetuity, I will be playing Pumpkin, the Kenku Wanderer Ranger. Just a funny little mimic bird who likes to collect all the tchotchkes. I'm gonna pass it over to Andrea.
Hello, I'm Andrea. On the internet, I go by Glossy Woodtone, and I am playing Alaska Jane. She is an Oath of the Ancients paladin, paladin of Ioun. She's also an archaeologist. She's the opposite of Indiana Jones. She reads books, not rooms. It's really fun playing a low whiz character. It's really fun. She's great. I'll pass it over to Logan.
Hi guys, I'm Logan. I play Kaz and Kabar, the Clockwork Soul sorcerer / warlock. I'm fully focused on getting rid of the systems that don't work, and also some of the ones that do just a little bit. Just got to do a hard reset sometimes. But yeah, it's been pretty fun so far. I'll pass that on over to Sam.
Hi, I'm Sam. I play Bastet Campbell, the Tabaxi Eldritch Fighter Bard. She loves her family and loves kicking butt. She is so tired and nearly died, but she's ready to keep going and figure all this shit out. So yeah, let's pass it on over to Vic.
Hello, I'm Vic. I am not really on the internet, but I am playing Odyssea. She is a Shadar-kai nerd cleric. She likes to read. She likes to be indoors, and she is doing her best.
All right. Andrew, where's this spreadsheet? I lost it.
So in the spreadsheet lines and the lies stuff, it's one of the ones you have pinned. On the bottom, there's like tabs for additional spreadsheets that are within that one Excel doc or that one Google Sheets doc.
Which actual channel though?
I don't know. Probably the talking to each other one.
The side combo?
You probably. I don't remember where you pinned it. I just know that it is pinned at some point. But I'm also bad at finding pins.
Okay.
Pinned messages. No.
There's availability.
Lines and the Lies stuff document.
I like the stuff is plural.
What?
Stuffs.
Duffs.
Yeah, it's
Side
in side
combos.
combos. It's in side
Pinned
combos.
messages
It's in the
and side
pins.
combos.
Sign combos. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Got it.
Perfect.
Okay,
one.
sorry. Yay. Yay, technology. Jesus Christ. Now I have so many tabs open. I don't know what to do with myself. Anyway, last time we found. Oh, I gotta do the thing. We killed the
Haha,
thing.
it's your job. It's time for you to do the thing now.
Boom.
You do.
There's now a giant X in the big monster meanie on the map because we found that it had devoured the second piece of the Rod of Seven Parts in a rather unconventional way. Went and got it. At least Boss got swallowed, and I think Odyssea.
Pumpkin.
Pumpkin, gosh.
And that was a fun but hectic and dangerous and scary encounter. So we ended at Boss erupting alien style out of this thing's gut with the piece, and if I recall correctly, her words were let's go the fuck home or something very close to that. And that's where we're at. Is there anything you guys wanted to add? Oh man,
It was a
Well,
deadly
it's-
encounter, and we rocked that shit out.
It's
Yup.
wicked gross in here.
Yep.
It's wicked gross in here.
Yeah. Not a fan. Yuck, ew, yuck.
Yeah.
Okay, so the floor is yours, guys. We literally ended with let's get out of here. So if we are still here for whatever you guys want to do before heading out.
Wait, is Pumpkin still inside?
No, Pumpkin got out.
Nah.
And
Okay.
Pumpkin
Pumpkin
sliced her way out,
was-
and then I yanked you out because you were dead.
If
You were
I recall
without hit
correctly, Pumpkin is still standing atop the corpse of this thing with like flames surrounding her
Right.
Yeah.
from running around on it.
Right. But also I had a question because did this thing get petrified?
Yes.
Yes.
It's
First
becoming
just-
petrified. It's like in
Okay.
stage 1 of petrification.
Okay, so it was still gooey. It wasn't stone when because that
Yeah.
was my question to begin with. I was like, could I even reach back inside to get it, to get the staff? Sorry, I'm trying to like retcon a little bit because when you guys had pulled me out,
hmm
and then you killed it, and I woke up.
I was just assuming that like maybe you went unconscious with your hand clasped around it because you did say that you had
Yeah.
grabbed it before you went
You
unconscious.
had it in your hand.
Correct. But my assumption was when I was dead, like when you die, you don't like keep holding on to things. Or like when you're unconscious, you don't keep holding on to things.
Oh,
That's why I
no,
reached back
you-
inside.
You reach back to grab it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I guess point being, it has not petrified until after you have grabbed it. is
And
what we're
that was my question. Like,
Cool.
was
Yeah.
it stone? Would I have even been able to go back in and grab it?
No,
Sure.
you were able to grab it. Like,
Okay.
we'll say like picture the kind of scene where you're like shit and like grab it quick as stone is like slowly forming from its extremities into
Great.
the point that you grab it. Yeah.
Great. Okay. Cool. So. Okay. So Boss is standing there with this stick, and she just looks at. She just looks at Alaska and goes, "Take it."
All right. Good job. Good job, babe. I appreciate you going in there for it. I have. I'm
Um,
taking it. I have taken it from you.
Odysseia is going to come up and she's going to cast Prestidigitation on Pumpkin to like ungoo as much as possible.
Ungoo. It's
And
a technical
then-
term.
Pump a 3rd level healing word into Bost. For I rolled so bad. 9.
Oh, bummer.
2 1s and a 2.
Rip.
Brutal.
Oof.
It's been a rough day.
Yeah.
So you have 9 more hit points, Best. I'm sorry, I tried.
Fine. We should we should head back to the boat. Let them know that we have gotten what we needed. We should ask if they need anything else. And then we should go home.
I agree. It sounds like a plan.
Let's go.
Anything else in that thing?
Sorry,
Did we notice if there was anything else in that thing's gut?
you did not.
Okay.
We could break it open and find out if we really wanted to.
You could.
I don't think I'm that invested, frankly.
Boss, can you roll a d20 for me, please?
Of course.
Oh boy, howdy.
Oh no.
Oh no.
All right, here we go. Oh, sorry, wrong place.
No pressure.
11.
I saw that one and I about died, and then I realized there was another one.
Bost, which of your children would you say is the most like rambunctious, adventurous, goofy, that kind of profile?
Oh, okay, I know what it is.
Probably either Nathan. Well, rambunctious.
Yeah,
Natasha.
Natasha. Okay.
Yeah.
You're going to get. You're gonna notice that, like, do you have like a bag or like a backpack? What would you say your like carrying things situation is like?
Backpack. Yeah.
Backpack. Okay. The rest of you actually then are gonna notice like a blue sort of like slow blinking glow coming out of Bost's backpack.
Bost, it seems like something's going on in your pack.
And so I grab my pack and I've got the sending stone.
Mm-hmm.
So I grab the sending stone.
So the sending stone that you grab is the one from the wizards, correct?
So we have 2 stones because Boss specifically has one with the family.
Yes.
Are you grabbing the one? But I believe Pumpkin has the one to the wizards.
Got it. Okay, so I do have this right
Yeah.
then. I just had it backwards. So Boss, yes, the stone is like slow, like boop, boop, like flashing blue. Like imagine the old landline phone. You have a message light.
Yeah. So yeah. So I grab my sending stone, and see what I can see.
All right. So you're going to hear in your mind, Natasha, Mom, it's so cool. It's giant and staticky and electric and it zaps and like all 25 words are all used up except the last 3, where you hear Nathan say, Natasha, give it.
Oh,
That's so
no.
good.
I just hold it. I just hold it to my chest and smile. And I send a reply. That sounds very exciting, my love. I'll be home soon. I can't wait for you to show me.
All right.
All right,
So
shall we
that's
think
Yep.
our way back to the boat?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I had a few more words, right?
Oh, okay.
Sorry, that was
yes.
like
Yes, you do.
18.
Something like that.
16, 17, 18. Yep.
We got 7 more words.
Tell Dad to hide this better.
That's adorable.
Okay. What's next for you guys?
Think our way back to the boat.
Yep.
Let's
heading
Let's
back
go
to
find
the-
that hot angel lady again. I want to know if her boat works now. Cause like they
don't-
just
Oh, she told you that it's totally a lost cause.
Yeah. Plus,
It's
wasn't the
in-
power source of the boat the rod?
The sick.
yeah,
Yeah.
which we're
Oh, shit.
taking, so we're just kind of
We are taking-
abandoning them in space.
Well, they were already fucked. Like they can't. Like they.
They're already
I-
space abandoned.
Yeah.
Like a little bit.
We'll see what they want. We'll see what they want to do.
Yeah.
Bring more into the family.
Yeah. Oh my god, hot angel
Or-
lady hangs out at the Bastion with us.
More for the
My-
commune. Oh my god, let's.
My
do
live-in
that.
girlfriend.
Jeez. Where are we? Here we are.
As we're floating, I realized I had another 3rd level spell slot that I didn't think I had, so I'm gonna pump a 3rd level cure wounds also into Bast because you got hurted the most. Cure wounds. No. 18 more points.
Nice.
Incredible. How's Pumpkin doing?
She's looking a little worse for wear. Like you can tell that there are, like her feathers are kind of tufted and she looks really worn out. But she's hanging in there.
Okay.
I could give
Boss
you a
is
pick
looking
me up
much
if you
better.
want.
She's still not great, but
Yeah.
she's walking fine, and
She thinks spacing fine.
yeah, she's got some bumps and bruises, but she's looking much better.
All right, so we're back. We're back over to the entryway, which is on the section of ship that you left Inda at, and she has been like actively manning the ballista that you guys asked to have ready for backup in case you wanted to stage an ambush here, along with
Okay,
was
Sarah.
this Kaisera? Yes. She's on the other section. It was Kaisera, Ikasa, and Deveris. That was it.
Mm.
Yes. She gets like one look at you guys and has this like this hearty like, oh, you're victorious kind of look on her face, but then sees like Pumpkin and Boston is like, whoa.
Ow.
Yes.
Sorry. Oh.
That's so cute. I love Pumpkin so much. I'm sorry.
Oh
She's
man.
real stupid. That's all.
Amazing.
Oh shit. Is it done then?
Yes.
Fine.
The terrible creature is dead and so gross, but dead.
Well, that is wonderful news. Did you find what you were looking for as well?
Yep, we found our magical stick.
Stick.
Hmm.
Pumpkin assumes a power pose. Hands on hips.
Excellent.
That is how we all feel internally as well. Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Excellent. She's going to take a look at the group and hold out her hands like open palm toward all of you and recite a quick incantation. I believe Odysseia is the only one that can speak Celestial, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Probably.
She whispers the words "breath of life," and all of you are healed for up to 19.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
I think Odysseia is gonna like clasp one of her hands and be like, in Celestial, so no one else could hear. Be like, thank you so much for caring for us and helping us. Will you be all right? I know your ship is badly damaged.
Well,
What
the
will you
ship
do
is
here?
the ship is a lost cause. I figured we could gather who we have, figure out ways to communicate with other friends in other places, and build ourselves back up. I do have connections for other ships.
Perfect. God damn it, I don't have sending socked. I can't help. Okay.
No, but you can have sending stocks tomorrow.
I know, but like if I was gonna help her call
I
to
know.
someone. So. Okay. I think a decision. If you ever have need of us, please. We are across many realms, but you can always contact us.
Why, of course. Yes, I will keep that in mind.
Okay, we're gonna get the fuck out of here because everyone is covered in goo, and this is disgusting.
Pumpkin continues to shake off goo.
I hate it. I hate it so
Like a dog.
much. It gets in like a little bit in everyone's mouth, and it's just like, oh.
Oh.
Gross.
Yes. So, Deveris and Ikasa, are they still here?
Yes, they're just it's a little difficult to see, but they're essentially on the upper deck here, like above this room.
Okay.
So they're in sight.
Okay. I wanted to chat with them and not move my whole thing. I wanted to move to them.
Oh, we can just bring them down.
Why does this keep moving my whole thing? Okay, great.
Here.
Also, quick question, DM. Can we bring people back to our realm?
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure if we could.
I mean,
So-
unless they have like other prerogatives and wouldn't necessarily want to,
Sure.
of course. But
Okay.
there's nothing preventing you from offering, and if they're on board, yeah.
There's also the Bastion has the barracks potentially if
Mhm.
people wanted to come live in our cool house.
and that's what I was.
fuck yeah.
So, Deveris and Ikasa, I know that you lost quite a bit in your crash, and quite a few people in your crash. And I was wondering if you would like to join our little group back in our realm. We have quite a lot of space in our home, and if you'd like to come live with us there, hold down the fort, so to speak, get some extra training in, we'd be happy to have you.
Make a persuasion check at advantage.
Ooh.
Are you gonna not do this? Like, come on, guys. What's happening here? It's just doing.
There's
that's
one.
The one,
Big. Nice.
and
No. Whammy.
and then let's go for a second one. Come on, guys. You can do it. That one's an 18, 22.
Hell yeah.
Hey.
Nice.
Okay. Why
Um,
is this being so slow today?
I have no idea. Do you have in D&D
Gracious.
Beyond, do you have the dice animation turned off?
I thought I did. It's for some reason doing it today. I've never had it turned on before.
Okay. Maybe just double check,
So-
because that sometimes these things just reset
Yeah.
themselves. Anyway, so he and Ikasa are going to look at each other and pretty quickly respond I think I've had enough of all of this wreckage and pirates and big scary monsters and all that stuff. That sounds lovely.
Fantastic. All right. Is there anything else you all need before we head home?
Nope. I do believe we have to, correct me if I'm wrong, we have to basically make a pit stop at the Wizards because we're basically going back through a portal to the Wizards spot, right? And then
Yes.
they would have to send us back to Neverwinter. Great. Yeah, let's go find our portal and shimmy on out of here.
And I
Okay.
think that's what we do.
Great.
All right, so you follow. Odysseia, you would
We can't hear
notice,
you.
You would notice that
no.
as you're all sort of floating back to the area that you spawned in, I guess, you would see again those the glittering sort of smoky tethers that are tied to each of your chests, and they're actually going back to the exact place that the portal is. And you only notice this because of that very moment when something happened with Alaska, and you felt that that crack in the space around you, like, and your understanding was some like fundamental law of the universe was broken in that point. So it like changed some things, and you're now able to very, very faintly see this. Make a history check. Okay, some details are escaping you, but
Not all your rolls can be good.
some details are escaping you, but you do remember in some of your studies that going to the astral plane, mortal beings have a literal tether to the place that they came from. And it's subtle. It's not very easy to see or notice or really know about, but something along the lines of that tether is like a literal lifeline that can get cut if you're not careful. You are muted, by the way.
Do Davaris and the dog also have tethers?
They do, and they're going a different
Okay.
direction.
Interesting. Do I know how the tethers can be broken, or is this just something I didn't get in that?
You know that it's not easy to get them broken, but it can happen. But yeah, you don't really know details.
Okay. And that just like sets you free or kills you?
It kills you.
Okay. Okay. I think she's just gonna kind of be like, and I'm sorry, I'm still trying to be like, so I see these tethers and I only started seeing them because of the thing with Alaska where suddenly Alaska had this like visceral internal hunger.
Yes.
And Alaska portrayed that to the group.
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
Because I was like, but I think that instead of saying I feel visceral hunger, she immediately just tied it to I think that thing is my god. Because again, that made more sense to me. So that's
Yeah.
how she portrayed it. Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't know if you remember this, Vic, but just in case, you did also realize in that moment that like the law of the universe being broken is that nobody should experience hunger in the Astral Sea.
Oh.
That's right. Then why was that thing
Okay.
eating the? All right, that's a question for later.
I think we did talk about that. It's that you can eat, but
Right.
you don't. Your body does not feel a need to eat.
Right.
It's like playing music while the Titanic's sinking.
Right.
You don't need to do that, but it helps you
I,
feel
don't know, I
better.
feel like someone needed
It's like
to be playing
after
music
dinner.
once.
It's like after dinner when you're like, I could use a crunch, but like you're not hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So a law of the world. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. So I'm writing this thing down. Okay. I think she's just going to kind of turn to Alaska and be like, I think your god is showing us the way home.
Oh, you mean Ayun? Yeah, I mean, yeah, probably.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. I've not actually, I don't know that I've ever talked to her before, so that would be cool if she was suddenly like, hey, you're important. That would feel good.
Yeah. I think that she is.
Hell yeah.
I think she thinks everyone here is important, but especially you.
You're, thanks. And I think she just like punches you too hard.
And does it just ricochets like
Yeah,
300
but it's like,
feet to
but
the
like
left?
height wise, it's just like fully like in your hip, but like she like conks a bone in a way that like does not need to happen.
There's a snap and a sonic boom. It's like dizzying.
Like I might have just readjusted your
Flying.
posture. Yeah.
Oh god. Alaska the chiropractor talks to gods and ghosts. Jeez.
Damn, I gotta think of better names for my episodes.
Alaska the
gods and
chiropractor
ghosts.
is the name of the episode.
Oh man.
It's so good.
And then Odysseus like, yeah, let's hustle to the portal.
All
The
right.
idea of tethers being broken is deeply terrifying to her right now.
Sure.
Okay. Oh no.
Oh, God.
How do I do this?
And then in comes, I don't know, what's
here
one
we
of the sins none of us have? In comes Wrath with a big old pair of fucking scissors.
There we go. Okay. Roll20 keeps changing up its UI, so I'm like having to figure everything out on the spot. But I do need to add Ferris and
Let's go.
copy. And paste. Okay.
Nice.
Oh, and I
So
did
beautiful.
two. Whoops. Not is drawing. I'm having a struggle. Here we go. There.
Doing great.
Okay. All right, so you get back. You're here at the portal. Back in Sigil, and you'll see that everything is kind of where you expected. Everything's in its place. You'll notice Illustrial and Mordenkainen back over at the desks. Illustrial has her back to you. She's like standing on a chair with her hands on the top, looking at her desk. And Mordenkainen is just kind of standing next to her, like shifting his eyes between her and the desk, and her and the desk. Tasha is also back. You may remember that she hasn't been here for a while.
Mm-hmm.
She's back, just kind of like lounging in her own chair, arms crossed, feet kicked up on the desk. What's everybody's passive perceptions?
20.
9.
18.
9.
24.
Okay, 18, 20, and 24.
I think Alaska's just gonna walk in and go, you know, they've got ladders for that.
You'll notice that like something's a little different about Tasha and Illustrial's like overall dispositions. Tasha looks a little bit more poised and pointed and snooty almost.
Ooh.
Like nose in the air, kind of looking down on people around her kind of deal. A little bit. But it's subtle.
Don't notice that?
It's subtle. But you do notice it. And then Illustrial has this well, you can't see her face, but she's almost hunched over and just like not moving. You ever just like look at someone and think, I feel how exhausted they are right now?
Mm-hmm.
It's like
Mhm.
that.
I see.
None of them seem to even notice that you've returned.
And that was clocked only by the people with not 9s, right? Like
Right.
that was okay.
Yeah, Kazan and Alaska, it's just like they're just there doing their things.
Cool.
Yeah.
So
I think yeah.
yeah.
You know they got ladders for that, right? And they still don't notice us.
When you say that, Mordenkainen's gonna look at you and go, "Oh, wow, how long were you gone?"
Less than a day.
To you guys, it was a few hours tops.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know,
he-
handful of hours. How this time passed differently here?
He's gonna like pull out a little a notebook, essentially like a small collection of a small book that clearly he takes personal notes in, and he goes, "It's been a fortnight." Well, I guess that's not surprising.
What?
Mhm.
I'm sorry. Could you clarify how our 4 hours is your 2 weeks?
Well, it's the Astral Sea, of course. This time passes extremely differently between places. I didn't really know how, though. That's interesting math we'll have to take care of later. And he takes like a little note and then shoves the notebook back in his robe.
Oh dear.
Didn't
did
think
you-
to tell us that?
Well, I'm sorry. Among everything that's been happening, it did slip my mind. Didn't seem like an important
So despite
detail.
the fact that we were like, excuse us, could you please tell us anything you know about the Astral Sea, you didn't think to go, oh, I don't know, maybe time is different?
It didn't seem like an important detail.
Okay, next time,
This-
can you just tell us the details and we can decide which ones are important?
So this is fair.
Thank you.
You're telling me I've been away from my children for 2 weeks?
Yeah, but I was waiting for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
He just says yes.
You piece of shit. All right. That's fine. That's fine. I just need a shower. I just need to get this filth off of me. And to finally get some. I don't even know if I can sleep anymore. I don't know what sleep is anymore. Because this fucking god demon thing keeps fucking with it, so who knows if I'm ever gonna not be exhausted anymore, and that's fine. That's fine. I just want to be clean. And yeah, let's just get clean and get back, and then we can keep going and keep doing what we're doing, and it's all gonna be fine, right? It's all gonna be fine. Because that's what we do. We make things fine.
Go flop on the couch.
This
So,
one knows what I'm talking about. She looks as tired as I am.
What's going on over there? I would love to know why Miss Illustrial is standing on a chair. I don't know that OSHA exists out here necessarily, but I don't think that that's proved.
Fantasy OSHA is hilarious.
Fantasy
Of the people in this room who are Fantasy OSHA, there are 2 of us. Fantasy OSHA.
Yep.
My real life job is non-Fantasy OSHA, so
he's going to turn back to Illustrial and kind of get back to that inquisitive look on his face and just kind of wave you over.
All right.
Boss,
Boss,
Yeah,
please,
I'm,
ma'am, sit down. I will handle this. You're good.
well,
do it.
I'm planning
Yeah.
on walking over to Illustrial as well because, again,
your friend's
she
over there.
looks. Well, Illustrial looks as exhausted as I feel.
Sure.
So I'm wondering if she is being, like, honestly, as soon as Bast sees how exhausted she is, it clicks to her of she looks as bad as I do.
Oh, sure.
Is this happening too?
Sorry, I had a thought. You continue. Right.
Can I see the book?
Yes.
Where is the book?
It is floating a few inches off of the desk. And as you guys approach, you will notice that Illustrial is just kind of like just on this side of whispering that you can hear her by standing right near her. She's not like whispering, just talking super quiet. She is saying gibberish as far as you're concerned. And just staring at the book. And make a perception check if you're like paying attention to details.
Oh, yeah. I think Alaska's trying to pay attention to details.
19.
15.
Perception.
Yes.
Go. Let's go. Yep, 8.
Okay,
Doing
so
amazing.
Alaska, you will notice that she's speaking basically gibberish,
Okay.
and that every in a nonsensical pattern, the book is like flipping pages back and forth. Sometimes it's like one or two at a time. Sometimes it's like a whole chunk, and sometimes she'll stay on a page for like a very brief moment. Sometimes she'll stay on a page for like 10 full seconds. Bast and Odysseia, on top of all that, you will notice that the cadence of her speaking changes and her eyes flick one direction or another just before every time the pages turn. So she's just like softly talking this, and then she says the word anomaly and looks directly at you, Odysseia.
Okay.
And she turns to you and says the word anomaly, and then she just stopped speaking and just kind of looks at you. Her eyes, like, she's so fucking exhausted that like she can't keep her eyes straight. She keeps blinking weirdly. Her eyes are all bloodshot, and she's just staring at you.
What is the anomaly? I think you need to go to bed.
When you say that, the book slams shut, and a pink orb encases it. Like at a moment that she like very intentionally blinks her eyes, and she seems to just kind of like snap out of it.
Mm-hmm.
You are absolutely correct. But before I do, anomaly, you saw it, did you not?
Which anomaly do you speak of?
I could not say, but I know that you saw it.
Yes, I did. Did you see it?
I saw a different one somewhere on the western coast of the Sword Coast. But I think they are connected.
Isn't the Sword
The
Coast the
sword-
western coast?
Like on the coast of the Sword
Yeah,
Coast,
yeah,
like,
okay.
Like,
not the whole
On
area.
the border of the
Oh, sure.
ocean.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I had the same thought too.
I
I
was
was like,
like-
wait.
I was like, is there a second? Is it just the farther north part? Because the north part might be more west.
No, I worded that weirdly. Just like she meant to
Yeah.
say on the coastline of the
The
Sword
ship.
Coast area.
Cool, cool,
Yeah.
cool, cool.
Okay.
Is this? Sorry, I don't want to move forward if you're still.
No, you're good. Is the anomaly is not of the rod, but it is of people, right?
Clarifying thing for you, Vic, the player.
Yes, please.
You would
Lost.
understand that when she said anomaly, your thought would immediately go to that shatter, the break in the law, not the threads.
But like in
Okay.
doing it having to do with the threads because she noticed
Okay.
that. Yeah, was my
So
assumption.
noticing the threads was a residual effect of the thing that happened.
Okay.
The law that was broken was the whole hunger thing that Alaska experienced.
Oh.
So we know that another break. So Odysseus is believing that this sin thing that is happening to them, the anomaly that Illustrial has perceived, is similar to this universe break that is happening with these sins and how they are affecting us.
Not as much similar to as like tied to.
Okay.
Like you noticed there was some kind of cause for a break in universal law. One effect you saw in Alaska experiencing hunger in the Astral Sea. Another connected effect has happened that Illustrial has noticed.
Okay. Okay. My lady, do you know where specifically or just broadly?
Somewhere between Neverwinter and Waterdeep.
Okay. Thank you. Maybe stop looking at the book and go to bed.
She's just gonna give you a kind of like a and a smirk, and just shamble away toward the bedrooms.
Could we get from the Alaska points us towards the other two? Could we get a little more clarification on what is going on here? Oh, not like I meant like pointing to like Morty
Okay.
and
Oh.
no, I meant Morty and Tasha. Like they're both just fucking sitting here with their hands like behind their
Just
back,
sitting.
like watching this woman dive into this book and be like maniacally exhausted. Which I feel like as we're closer, we probably figure out, even the dum dums over here. But like, what's going on? Why are we letting her do this?
Been very off hands with this whole working together to figure out what's going on situation.
Well, I'm sure you can understand that the practices and risks that come with becoming as powerful and well known as the three of us are. We must explore things we do not understand.
Right, but why aren't you helping?
Oh, trust me, we are.
Could you elaborate?
Helping in a situation like this does not always mean direct intervention, healing, casting other spells, collaborating on whatever she is doing at the time. Sometimes it is the most help just to be here in case something happens.
Has something happened before?
Oh, many a time. We've collectively lived for hundreds of years.
Excuse me, I meant to clarify. Has something happened with this book yet? Has something occurred with it?
Yes, but we can't quite put our fingers on it yet. We have theories, but these things do take time to figure out.
What was the event? What happened?
I can't really say that there was an event. It's just more... I can tell that Illustrial is learning. Learning something from this book. She can't express what yet. But there is something there.
I have a thought. Oh, go ahead.
I think Odysseus is just going to very much walk up to Morty and just lean in and just be like, I know you know as well as I, as someone who researches and learns, that perhaps the person who is taking care of the extremely deadly book has time to rest and be strong, and perhaps the wisest thing as someone who cares for that person and wants them to succeed is to allow them to rest when they may not remember that they need to heal.
Yes, of course, Miss Odysseus. However, I can assure you that this so far has been on the milder side of experiences that each of us has had before. Sometimes these things can take weeks without sleep.
And yet, does it have to? You are not.
In cases, yes.
Okay. Seeing as how she's the one who's doing all of that, it is deeply worrying how tired she is.
I agree.
You said that she can't express what she's learning. I have a dangerous thought of would having another individual who's also learning the same thing help to communicate that idea to a larger group of people. Like bouncing ideas off usually helps myself when I'm coming up with.
Were it
something new.
possible, then yes, absolutely. But so far it has not been. I have attempted to, I guess, read the book would be the simplest way I could put it, and I have not been able to. Natasha has experienced the same. And when he says that, she's just gonna give kind of a and like turn away. She's just like fidgeting her legs, clearly listening, but like she's a little bit more detached maybe than she has been in the past.
What do you mean haven't been able to? And I'll like look back and forth between them.
He is going to hold his hand out toward the pink orb holding the book and kind of like magically pull it toward you, and he's going to turn it toward you, Kazan.
Mm-hmm.
Like the book is like front facing you now, and he'll like flick his fingers to open it to like a random page.
Mm-hmm.
You see. Make a perception check.
Cool. Oh, come on. What are we at? We're at -1. Why is my dice rolling on? 7.
Okay.
Oh, perception twins.
You see just like scribbles. It's truly like someone just scribbled lines to make like a prop book.
Okay.
And it's truly nothing to you.
I want to see if I have a thing. Because I don't remember if I still have. Okay. I'm going to summon a mage hand and kind of like hold it out towards like the orb to see if I can like hold the orb with my mage hand.
Okay. You can.
May I take this for a second?
Before you do that, she's gonna Alaska's gonna go, careful there, buddy, and just in case, cast protection from good and evil on you.
Perfect. Thank you.
Just in case.
Good call, good call.
I approve.
Yeah. I am upping that a level because I am out of first level spell slots. It won't do anything at second level, but I just am not. I'm not letting my buddy get fucking zapped by the Doom book.
Get eaten by the evil book. Yeah.
Alaska will be stupid and try and touch it herself, but she's not gonna. I'm not gonna let you touch it.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Got it. So what exactly are you doing / trying to do?
So now that I like am as close to holding the book as possible, I want to like bring it closer to me, and I want to try and like connect, I suppose, with the magic that would be in this book. And my reason for wanting to try to do that specifically is because I'm a sorcerer and my like being is like physically tied to magic. So I want to see if I can figure out what's going on with the book.
Let me speed read something here real quick.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, the last time, like, Alaska tried to touch the book and it full shunted her away, so,
Yeah.
like,
Right.
this is deeply worrying.
I'm not even sure that protection from good and evil will do anything in this instance, but it's just like a body response out of Alaska.
Yeah.
Neutral or positive effect is still
Right.
Is still probably could be a positive.
Yeah.
Arcana check.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not gonna help.
What are the rest of you doing while this is happening, just to like keep everybody connected here? Is Pumpkin still on the couch?
No, she
Or
like
the-
she did that whole like I'm sliding off of the couch reluctantly thing.
Yes.
And then like kind of rolled her way over there. She's just kind of there and preening herself a little.
Did you? Only because I just watched this clip again today. Did you like roll yourself over like Adam Scott does in that one episode of Parks and Rec where they all get food poisoning?
Mm-hmm.
Or
Absolutely.
you just like flopping your body back and forth because you like can't get your body anywhere else.
a good healthy mixture of Moana.
Incredible.
Oh, you clicked athletics. What's your
Oh.
Arcana modifier?
It's the same one, so it's also 13. I just saw the +0 and I was like, oh, that's the one. And they're also right next to each other. But yeah,
Okay.
Also, so it's still 13.
And is there anything specific you're trying to glean from this, or are you just kind of like shot in the dark? What can I learn?
It's mostly shot in the dark. What can I learn? Seeing the like struggle to like comprehend. I'm kind of thinking about like pulling away like a barrier, or like trying to peek behind the curtain, so to speak, to like see what's going on.
Okay.
And like why is this been such a struggle to like understand?
Okay.
Um,
So 13. You are going to look back at the page that's open, I guess the two pages that it's open to, and the scribbles. When you try to connect, you see that the scribbles actually start to wiggle. Is the best word that I'd be able to describe it to you as, and you're going to hear a combination of like whispers and very, very deep baritone sounds. They sound like words, but you definitely do not understand it.
ooh, okay.
So there is some kind of connection to language and powerful magic with this, and that's how you experience it.
Now, I'm going to do something even more weird. I am going to start mimicking the sounds that I hear
Okay.
to see if anybody speaks a language or could like piecemeal what language is being spoken.
Okay, so a couple things are going to happen then.
Okay.
Oh, God.
What languages does everyone understand?
Let's go.
Bird folk and primordial.
I've got Gnomish and Abyssal.
Okay.
I've got Orin, Common, Elvish, Halfling, and Sylvan.
Okay.
I've got Celestial, Common, Elvish, Primordial, and I have the ability to cast Comprehend Languages.
Okay. Ooh. Look at this then.
Ooh.
So much information.
Yep. I mean, this is the lore,
I
the lore
guess-
of the episode.
Yeah.
As Kaz starts doing this, Odysseus stops, like, in her head being mad at Morty, but being like, you have time to trim your mustache, but you don't have time to help your friend,
Truly.
which has been going on in my head this whole time, and just is like, oh, fuck,
Yeah.
and cast Comprehend Languages, which I think I clicked that on accident. Ooh. Oh, you have to, it's written, oh, spoken.
Yeah.
And I'm speaking.
Yeah, he's trying to mimic. So, okay, so I have your languages. Kazan needs to make a performance check
Let's
Oh,
go.
we're so-
to see how
We're
well
so
you
back.
can mimic these.
Go.
Let's
Okay.
fucking go.
Charisma caster, baby.
Yep.
I want to play with the rules a little bit because I'm doing a weird magic thing. Could I put sorcery points into this to improve it in some way?
Sure.
Cool. How do we want to do that? Because I was like, I have 3 left, and I kind of want to use them before the day's out. So
Let's say, how about a sorcery point to add 3?
a sorcery point to add 3.
Excuse me.
So we can add up to 9.
I can
Yeah.
have up to 9.
Yeah.
Jeez. All right.
I'm gonna add. I'm going to add a 9 fully. So this is gonna be plus 14 to whatever I roll.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yes, dude.
Really cool, actually.
Okay. So 22, right?
Yeah, but it's already plus 5.
Yeah,
You're
it's
still
already
adding
plus
14 on
5.
top of the 5.
Oh, excuse me. Plus 9 to that. So
Okay.
17.
yeah, you're right. 17.
Okay. So Kazan starts doing this like you're hearing them simultaneously and you're not really able to mimic that. So you kind of have to flip back and forth between like saying something in a whisper but then going back and saying it again in like this super deep baritone. And then kind of rinse and repeat with I'm going to say 2 phrases, like 2 sets of words.
Can I cast
Odysseia.
guidance on him?
Yeah.
It's a cantrip. Roll a d4.
Ooh. Little extra benefit. Let's see. 1.
Oh,
Yeah.
18.
guiding whispers.
Oh.
We're just going to stack
So-
them up.
Another
Stack,
guiding.
stack.
Another one? Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So we're at 18, and we're at 20. We hit it. We hit the 20. Okay.
A very,
Okay.
very dirty 20.
Yes.
An extreme. That's a martini.
That's
The
a Frankenstein, my
oh,
A
God.
20
passing
is a
pond
20.
water, baby.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, so you would be able to start, string together these phrases, and you just kind of have to repeat a couple times because even for Odysseia, it's difficult to understand. Odysseia, you understand that this is deep speech.
Ooh.
But there is a limitation to comprehend languages, preventing you from understanding the phrases themselves.
The spell
Wait.
doesn't decode secret messages in text or glyph, such as an arcane sigil that isn't part of a written language. Probably.
So I understand the words, but I don't understand the message.
You understand. You understand that the words are in deep speech, but you don't understand what words are being said.
Okay.
So it's closer to like how you can look at a phrase and understand that it's like French, but you can't pronounce it or read it, and not like hearing like a 12-year-old say "skibbity rizlet" or whatever the fuck they would say.
I think I just had a stroke. What?
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
It's funny because I think I know what that means, but not
I'm
really.
afraid.
What does that mean?
Oh man.
I don't
I don't. We'll get there.
I put 2 together. I put 2 of the words together. I don't think it
Yep.
means anything.
Yep.
Right.
Those are words?
Again,
Vic,
it was
if
what
somebody
just
were
happened
to
was he
say-
said 3 weird Mimi things and he put them together, and I was like, I know what one of those Mimi things is, and that's about.
Vic, you might understand it more if I just said like una película, and like you could say, oh, that sounds like Spanish, but you might not understand what una película actually means. It's a lot like that.
Okay, cool. So I'm like, okay, deep speech. Can I not understand it because of his speech of it? Because I do
Um,
have comprehend languages on.
Right. You would be confident
It
that
is
like,
his-
he's doing a good job of reciting accurately.
Mhm.
But it is a limitation of your It is a limitation between your spell and the magic itself on the book that you're not able to understand the words themselves.
Got it. Okay. Okay. Also, to get that spell, she had to do her harness divine power to get a spell slot back. That's how she got the spell.
Nice.
So you do see like a very brief like flicker of words that happen like around and through her magic eyeball for a hot
That's
second.
cool.
Oh, hell yeah.
And then she starts trying to understand, and then she just like touches Kaz and goes, "There is no way for me to understand these words. The book does not want me to."
But we have them. We have the words. And I'll like mostly.
We have the language.
Okay.
I see the wheels spinning, Logan. We can say that like you'd be able to remember the sounds you made if you're trying to like figure out another way to follow up on this.
Because I want to be. What I want to do is I want to be really passive aggressive towards the wizards
Oh.
and say like
I'm,
be
yes,
like-
I'm in.
Sure.
and be like, so we have this, and you can work on that while she rests, while she figures out what's going on. That's what you can do.
Ooh, can I have a lunchbox transcribe it real quick? He's made of ink.
You can try.
Ooh. Oh no.
I don't know what that means, but like that's his job normally when we're doing research.
Yeah.
Is that I do shit and he writes it down.
Okay, so yeah, you want to try doing that?
I don't know how that would work.
Carefully.
So lunchbox. What does lunchbox look like again?
He's just
an
a blot of
inkling.
ink.
He's a flubber made of ink.
A blob. Okay.
He's a little
so-
blob.
Is he
so-
like the little morph guy from Treasure Planet?
Kind of, but made of ink. I assume the way he
Yeah.
writes is he just splats and then he comes away and there's writing.
That's so good. I love that.
Or yeah, or like he like inches across it like a worm and just like leaves like a trail of words.
Either like does
I
like a
love that.
typewriter inching, or he just like full like flying squirrels into a page
Sure.
and then pulls back and it's like, I
And then you
did
peel
it.
him off like flubber, except that this time it's left all the words there.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's so
exactly.
good.
Okay.
So he is my beautiful son, and I
pick
love
your
him so
flavor of
much.
how he writes.
I think what he's going to do, because I'm also feeling very cunty in this moment, is there, this place is very beautiful with stunning white walls and inlays. Is there like a series of tile behind the desk that is pure white?
Oh no.
There's now.
Yeah, like the walls
Cool.
are basically like crystal. Yeah.
I'm functionally, he's gonna like softball himself against a wall.
And
be like-
right on the wall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great, love it.
Okay. So he's gonna fly and splat on the wall, and just start like vibrating.
Just like rolling. Oh, vibrating. Oh,
Yeah,
no.
vibrating, and you would notice that like this is not what he usually does.
Okay.
And he ends up just like convulsing on the wall, and you see these scribbles pop up, and then he just splats and disappears,
Well,
and then the
I
writing is
think I
gone.
need to go to bed.
Oh.
This has been fun.
Well, we tried.
We tried our best. I'm glad she's gone to bed. What does Tasha look like in this moment?
She has been just like I said, sitting at the desk, legs kicked up, arms crossed, just kind of like truly just observing, taking
Okay.
everything in.
Cool.
I was planning on talking to Tasha before I went to bed, but
Okay.
Cool.
I don't know if.
Yeah.
Are we going to bed here, or are we gonna zip right back to the material point? I guess that's a boss question.
I want to go home. but yeah,
I'm fine. I don't. I
Yeah.
don't give a shit.
yeah. So yeah, boss walks over to, and honestly, boss might be trying to have this conversation with Tasha while all of this is happening.
Sure.
Okay.
Just because Tasha kind of looks, you know,
Disinterested.
yeah, fully disinterested.
Mhm.
So yeah, she's gonna come over and sort of sit on the desk.
So as you're coming up, she will actually initiate the conversation by just saying, "Hello, dear."
Oh, hello, Natasha. How have you been, my dear?
Simply wonderful. And she's just gonna kind of like give you a look like, definitely not.
Down. Where have you been? You were gone for so long. I missed you the last time we were here.
I decided that among our collective efforts for knowledge about what is going on across this damned multiverse right now, to go back to the Fey Realm and do some studying of my own.
Oh, what of?
Mostly spells and magic that are in the realms of rituals and combining essences and things like that.
How have you been sleeping?
Sleeping
Yes.
wonderfully.
Have you met anyone new in your dreams?
Are you trying to be coy about this, or are you trying to be like hint hint wink wink?
I mean, I'm not trying to be coy per se. Cuz she wasn't around when we had that conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And so I actually kind of want to know if the rest, like if they have interacted with any of these spirit or these gods, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or the sins. So yeah.
Which one has afflicted you?
I am unfortunately the sleepy one.
Sloth.
yeah, that one. Sloth.
Hashtag the sleepy one.
I cannot surmise yet what all of this has to do with everything that we are working on. But I do believe that it is connected. I do believe that it is, in a way, supposed to be helpful. But I do also understand that it will put you through some struggle to get there. Mine is wrath.
Have you been fighting it?
I did at first, but then during my trip to the Fey Realm, I realized that I must simply embrace it. At least in my case, it seems to have been helpful.
I have yet to embrace mine. I am still very much struggling with it. I don't know that I will. We have a few members of our group who have actually well, one of our group punched him. She took him
You see
out.
Alaska just staring at Kazan, making sure he doesn't get eviled.
Yeah. Yeah. One of our group took theirs out. So, everyone has their own way of dealing with this. But I worry about you, Natasha.
Well, some worry is good. Comes from caring, of course. But as I'm sure you heard Mordenkainen say, in the dealings of people and beings as powerful as we are, even as mortals, we must experience what we experience, take the risks that we calculate to be worth taking, and this is how we learn. This is how we grow. This is how we become more powerful. I'm sure you are well in understanding that you are among those powerful people. Not as prominent as I, of course, but you understand.
Of course not, my dear. Now, is Sloth also looking into Endar?
Say that again. Looking
Sorry,
into what?
is he looking at Endar?
Who? What?
Or sorry, what's her butt? Who just went to bed?
Illustrious.
Illustrious, sorry.
Oh.
I want to know who has lust, because we did, when we first got here, we did say that we thought the wizards fucked.
That's true.
I mean, they do fuck.
Yeah, but which one's like got it?
Make a check that is the variety of insight. Make an insight check.
I'm really good at that one, and I have advantage.
Right, we have Vecna advantage.
I just do the thing. Can you do the thing? Yes, do the thing.
We'll help you turn. Oh, hey!
Thank you.
Okay.
We'll help you turn the dice off it.
Natasha is simply going to just kind of like tilt her head, like the eyebrow raised, like I think you know kind of look. And you'll in that moment piece together one person has been afflicted by one deadly sin each. Process of elimination would put lust on Illustrial. However, lust can show in a lot of different ways. Heard the phrases like lust for power, lust for money, and stuff like that. Like lust and greed can sometimes overlap heavily. Her obsession with this book is how her lust is showing. She's got this like lust for the knowledge.
Sure. All right. And so Mordenkainen was just unaffected?
Perhaps the luckiest or unluckiest of us all.
I'm just so tired of being tired, Tasha.
Go home, be with your family, have a good long rest, and if it visits you again, do what you believe you must.
Yeah. Thank you for being truthful with me.
Of course and always.
All right. Well, these crazy kids and their obsession with this book. What are they doing? They're throwing a. Are they throwing a glob of ink at the wall?
Technically, he threw himself.
Cute.
I'm so sorry that they're just making things filthy. I know that we're filthy and we're just gooey and we killed a beast. It ate me. I nearly died. We got the rod. It was fine, but dear God, it was not fun.
Oh, my dear, welcome to adventuring and becoming a powerful being.
I know. But it will be lovely to see Nathan again.
Oh, well, yes, of course. And she's just gonna like flick her wrist toward the main room, and you'll all see the familiar teleportation circle appear on the floor. Whenever you're ready, no rush.
All right, everyone. Shall we head home?
Yep.
I suppose.
Is this going to your house or is this going to our bastion? Is my question.
Oh yeah, we've got a whole like site to manage, don't
Mhm.
we?
We do have the house that the Lord gave us.
That's what I meant.
That's
Yeah. So I'm
That'll-
just wondering,
that'll be the
like,
bastion.
if it's been 2
Yeah.
weeks, that's what I'm saying. But like, Odysseus, like, she doesn't have the word bastion, I guess. But like, it's been 2 weeks. Did your husband move in?
Oh,
Oh yeah, fair.
that's more of the vacation house on our end. We're still gonna keep our home outside the city. We prefer to be outside the city most times, but it's nice to have the kids be able to come inside the city occasionally. So the bastion can. Well, again, do any of us know the term bastion at this point? Sorry.
in game, yes.
Okay.
We could just say the word manor if we wanted
Yeah.
to say
Yeah.
something like that. Like
Yeah,
The
sure.
manor.
it's gonna have to have a name at some point other than just the bastion.
Yeah. We thought of names for it
No, I don't think
already.
we did. Did we?
We were
No.
Last
we were
time
like,
around, we were
joking
pitching
about,
names
like-
for it.
Yeah, you were joking about a couple potential names.
Yeah, but I don't think we ever
Oh,
landed on anything.
Shangri-La.
But yeah,
Monrepo.
so we're planning on keeping the house outside the city. It's just our home, but we can have the kids visit and use it as a vacation home. So we'll go to the bastion. We'll go to the manor. I'll pop over and see the family and kids, and we'll regroup from there. How's that sound?
Very good.
I'm fine with that as well.
All right,
Okay.
and we head out.
Anything else?
Nope.
I
That's all I
don't
can
think
think
so.
of.
Sounds good. Okay, so we head to the circle and go back. Which one did you select? The Bost's home or the bastion itself?
We're going to the bastion first.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, then we are. Oh, I should give you Neverwinter instead. Here we are. Right here in the blue rectangle.
This map is so cool.
Yeah.
It's so so cool.
Okay, so we are going to actually take a real quick break. We'll be right back.
the things that we had. That was just like what we when we first had to talk about who wanted what. I'm fine with anybody like having it like as their domain or whatever, or like being. That was just like when we were picking things. Those were the ones that we had picked.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are back
We
live,
could-
by the way, since we're
Sweet.
actively talking
hello.
about the things.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Now everybody with the link should be able to edit it if you want to change anything or add notes.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Okay.
'cause
I also
other
changed the
ones that we
calendar
have
to
is-
show that 2 weeks passed.
Odysseia having the smithy, which kind of doesn't make sense for her.
Right, but we had just because there were like a couple
Yeah.
things where we were just like, we want to have this in there, and no one had specifically asked for it. Like, yeah. So that was just what had come out of that conversation.
Perfect. Thank you.
Sure.
Okay, so why is it weird? Hello, behave. There we go. Okay. All right, I have it now. Sweet. Oh, so you changed it so that it started at 19 now? Okay, yes.
Yeah, so it basically like skips from 5 to 19, but then I also have a note that was like, the one day we spent here was 14 days in the real life.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so having been 14 days in real life, you are not aware that time passed, so it's going to be a little bit funky compared to what it usually is, but we can essentially give multiple orders now, because it is one bastion turn every 7 days. We have passed 2 of those now, so
Sure.
you can discuss what of the if anybody doesn't have the bastion stuff, let me know and I can send it to you, but I think everybody had it up. Go through the orders and figure out what you would like to have the bastion people do twice.
Where'd my bastions go? There we go.
If we're gonna, so do we go through each section of the bastion is rolled, right? And then there's the primary whole bastion is rolled.
Yeah, what I'm talking about right now is the primary whole bastion, like the big orders, crafting,
Okay.
power, harvest, etc.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do we want to like just go down the list together, or do we want to like?
Go by
I think
president.
those make the most
That would be
sense.
nice
Yeah.
because I can't access that link right now for some
Shoot.
reason. It's
Okay.
making
Oh.
me prove that I'm not a robot, and it won't
Oh,
accept it.
I hate when that happens.
It's making
you're
me
like,
press and hold on a button on the screen, and it's like, oh, just kidding. No, you're still a robot. What?
Boo, gross.
Boo.
Fuck my ass, Google.
Oh my god, that's fun.
So, arcane study. Do we want them to craft a magic item? I guess.
Yeah, we could do.
Oh yeah, okay.
We could craft a magic item. And we could do like. Because we'll probably end up recruiting people. Yeah, well, the bear
Yeah.
can only recruit. So we could, if we don't want to like. If we're gonna craft something that's like lower end that we're not gonna use, we could just like toss it over there, or
Ooh.
Or I wonder, do we just like start with like the things that we know that we want to get done at the bastion, and then we'll like fill in the rest? Or do we want to go down the list and like everything decide what the thing is?
I
Because
mean,
like in
whatever
general,
works.
like I feel like the garden's gonna make food. I feel like
Mhm.
you know, like are there any like that we know it's just we're just gonna be like you just do the job that you should probably start doing, not necessarily maintain as the action, but like
So we have the thing of, do we know how many people are in the bastion at this moment? I guess is the question. Are we just assuming that it's full?
It is.
I assume it's like basic full, like
the
Yeah.
minimum. It's the minimum that was necessary to maintain it as you guys have it.
sure.
okay.
Okay.
I have lost what that number is.
It's effectively just the hirelings then.
Sure.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yes. For now, but you have brought Deveris and Picasa with you now, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yes.
So you know, officially have 2 guests.
Hey.
Well, okay, that's different from the guests on these tables.
Yeah, the guests are like for a specific event.
Right.
Is rolled.
Which I am rolling right now, by the way, behind the scenes.
Great.
Ooh.
Cool.
Are we having a food garden, I assume?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
I figured food garden until we decided on something else.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Food made the most sense.
Yeah.
What do we want to research for the library? Because I feel like that's also relevant right now.
So 3 pieces of information. I figure, have we figured out where because when we had the first piece of the rod, we cast Identify and Alaska got a vision of like the place we were going. Do we have an idea of where the second place we are going to get, the third place we are going to get the third piece of the rod?
Anybody holding the second piece and thinking about it will be able to surmise that.
That's
Alaska?
cool.
Also,
That's also
as a
cool.
reminder, anybody among you can hold/use the pieces.
Okay.
And the first piece allows you to use an action to cast Commune. The
Mhm.
other allows you to use an action to cast the spell Arcane Gate.
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
Um,
Hell yeah. That's
And you can either the pieces can either physically fasten together so that they're together, or you can keep them apart. Your choice.
Oh, teleport. Oh, it's portals.
Mhm.
It is portals. It's basically hither thither staff from
Sure.
the D&D movie.
I love
That
the
rules.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Alyssa, you have the second piece.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Did you want to do the vision? I think with the next part.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was futzing with the document. What? What was your question?
Basically, I was thinking if you hold the piece and figure out the next plane we're going to, we could have the library research that plane to give us information on where we're
Oh.
going.
That's smart. Yeah, I'll do that.
So maybe we'll find out how time works this time instead of relying on a bunch of fucking wizards.
Truly.
Mm-hmm.
And like this whole campaign is about don't withhold information from people, and he's like, "Oh, I guess I should have told you because I'm one of the smartest wizards in the world."
Elitist asshole.
dang.
Clearly. Fuck that guy.
I don't like his little mustache.
I guess it didn't seem important to me.
Me and one of the people that I hired has a life outside of adventuring.
Yeah. I have a life outside of adventuring. It's just adventuring for other things. Anyway, yeah, Alaska will do that.
Cool.
Yeah, we'll be. Yeah, I'll hold the second piece. Focus on it. See if it tells me where you think we should go next.
Sweet.
What's that for?
That's for the gaming hall roll. I'm just
Oh.
doing that quietly
Nice.
so we don't have to go over it.
Oh, that was. I also want to do one about like how much money the Bastion has created,
Yes.
but I haven't added that yet.
So yeah, as you guys are doing stuff, if there's things that you can just do like that
Sure.
gaming hall roll, like go for it, and then just
Sure.
like, hey, chime in the table. Hey, we got 50 gold or whatever.
Sure.
Yeah, that'll be 70 gold going right into the Bastion Fund.
Beautiful. Do we have a place to mark that?
Working on it.
Hell yeah, dude.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm kind of just here to vibe. So whatever you guys want to do with any of these places, go for it.
Kinda same, because my computer seems to be running slow today, and whenever I try to pull up the link on my computer, it's running even slower.
Ooh.
So yeah, so I can't even like pull it up right now. So I'm just here enjoying.
I mean, in general, would anyone like? We have a lot of places that craft things, so like the smithy, anything that can be made with smith's tools, or if you're in somewhere on D&D Beyond, any common or uncommon magic item from the armaments table. There's a couple of tables that are like, if you want like a magical thing that we can have built, as long as we give them the right amount of money that is required to make that, and we wait the amount of time that it takes them to make that, they will just do it for us, which is cool. The sanctuary could just build us a charm with a healing word. That way, the next time we go somewhere, we can just, I don't know, like throw a rock at Boston, pop her with some hit points.
That's good. That's a good idea.
It's just like another ink blot that we throw at things.
Flat.
Just paintballs.
Yeah.
Just chucking paintballs everywhere.
Storehouse would be. That's just money calculation.
Yeah, I would just say if we wanted to put money into like start like a, not a sink fund, but like a general fund of like, Alaska's probably going to put like, I don't know how much money I have. If I start it with maybe like 250 gold just to put in it, that way we can start making money on that money.
Andrea, this is inconsequential in many ways, but I would
Sure.
like the librarian NPC to be named Tremaine.
Great.
That's all.
Excellent.
Trumaine.
Tremaine.
I'll find the librarian and her name.
What are these trinkets? What does that mean? We're only implements common table. Okay. Sorry, I was trying to figure out what something meant.
That for the trophy room.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to see what that was. Do you want the trophy room to research or do trinket?
Always tempted by trinkets, but I think right now research would probably be best.
We get
Okay.
Did you say we do 2 of these juice?
Yes.
Oh, that's true.
So we could do implements first, and then if we find out that there will be creatures in the next place that we're going, we can research those creatures.
That's fun.
Oh, that means I have to do another money roll.
So you were saying, you said implement?
Yeah, basically, if we have the trophy room do a research, which is 3 pieces of information, which the library is also doing twice, which I think takes us up to like 9 pieces of information if possible. But, and then, the trophy room also has the option to make a trinket or look for a trinket. Which is a D100 on the common implements.
Okay, so we're doing. Did I hear that we're doing research twice?
So Odysseus was going to have the librarian do research because we get 2 roles, and the library, literally the only thing it does is find research, which is up to 3 pieces of information twice about the next plane we're going to, which we still haven't figured out where that is.
Right. I just want to make sure that, as I understand it, you're doing 2 bastion turns, so each one of those would be one of those bastion turns, and then we're done.
Wait, now I'm confused. We're doing
Oh,
2
we're-
turns.
so we're working on the 2 bastion turns that happened while we were off in space.
Okay, so then we
don't know that information yet. We
Well,
don't know what we.
Okay, cool.
Is that
we're-
correct?
The way I'm treating it is you've been gone for 2 weeks, not realizing it's been 2 weeks, so you've essentially earned 2 turns of credit. So
Sure.
now
Oh.
you're like issuing the orders now. You can just
Sure.
only give 2 right now, and we're not going
Right.
to retroactively say they happened. We're going to say they just happened. Where like everyone was ready to go, didn't have anything to do, and now you're back, and you say, "We're behind. We gotta do this research," and they'll go do it quick, but it won't be immediate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Got it.
So research at least once, twice.
So
What are we thinking?
yeah, we want it. Well, first
The
we wanted
library's
to know,
gonna research twice.
right,
Okay.
and we wanted to know where Alaska was focusing on the part 2 and figuring out where we were going to find part 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Alaska.
Yes.
Wait, Alaska or Odysseus is
Alaska
Alaska.
apparently is the holder of the staff
okay.
currently.
I need you to make a perception. Nope, history check.
I can do that. Is it probably not something that I'm super proficient in, so I'll just make a history check. Let's go. 10.
Okay. You don't really know much about this place. You just know its name, and that is Eberron.
Let's go! Andrea knows a lot about that place.
That's so cool. That's so cool.
She focuses on it, and she kind of sees she sees a lot of automaton-y things, and she sees some flying ships, and she sees a lot of cities and crime. That was what I had in my last campaign. And she sees this one fucking guy that she hated while she was there last time. And she's like, Ibaron? Does that ring anybody's bells? It looks like we're going to a very industrialized kind of city, state, country area plane.
Everybody make a history check.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Let me find.
I don't know where we are, but I do believe I could tell you how that skyship works.
19. What the fuck?
17.
Oh wow, you don't even have a.
I mean, you're the one with the
modifier in
extra planar
that.
mom, so that kind of
Damn.
checks out.
Yeah, I probably could have just been. I could have just been really fascinated with the Eberron window one
Yeah,
time.
you
There
have you have a different education than the rest of us.
Boss, you would have at least heard of Eberron, and in a lot of ways, it is similar to Faerun, in at least by way of most of the types of people that inhabit it. You have your elves, gnomes, humans, halflings. I think there are a couple more, but I'm blanking out on them. You have heard of a different race, I guess, of people that are. You don't really know details behind this, but as far as you know, they're essentially machine people with a question mark. Without having really much more understanding about it than that. The rest of you would have enough knowledge of Eberron through whatever reading or stories or what have you, that you'll get all of that, but this race of automatons is actually just as common and widely known as the human or elf or anything else. You also know that it's a lot more steampunky than Faerun. And there is a prominent aftermath of a great war there, where humongous automatons called colossuses were involved, and they are still usable and pilotable today.
Pretty sick.
Okay.
That's the place where they had the large scale fights with synthetic humanoids, correct?
Yes. Okay, so I have noted, because I'm going to prep this for next time, research twice on Eberron, and then I have two Bastion events. Yeah, okay, anything else?
What do we want to do with the scriptorium? Because we could do a spell scroll, or we could get the word out about the Bastion. As the two things that I had thought that we would be using that for. Or do we want to do anything else?
I mean, the spell scroll sounds pretty good. I was looking I was thinking, yeah, like but it's wizard or cleric, so I guess it's something for me.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I can just find something and get back to you. If we want to just do 2 spell scrolls, I can just be like, cool, now I have 2 spell scrolls. If that works. Because I don't know about what would the paperwork do. I guess would that get your gambling den advantage to be like, come one, come all.
That would be insane. That would be really cool.
I don't know if the rules of that, but that would be funny.
There's nothing in the book, but yeah, when I had seen the scriptorium, I thought about using it as like a kind of like a secondary recruitment method or like / advertising. I didn't really put much thought into like the physical use of it. So since there's people who would benefit more from spell scrolls than more like flavor, I think that,
I mean, if it gives you like a plus something to the gambling den, like that's fine. If I don't know how we would make that work, but like I'm fine with either one.
yeah, I think because that would be awesome. I think we would just turn that to juice and be like, how would you feel about using the like having advertisement to like pull in more people?
You could set that up, yeah. You do have connections in Neverwinter, so easy enough.
Awesome. Okay.
Just gotta let me know what you want that to look like and figure out how to make it happen.
How about this, Logan? We do one of each. We do 1 spell scroll for Odyssey to have something on hand, just in case. And 1 come all gamble in this weird dude's. Like, you want to play cards, baby?
Oh my god. Deveris loves playing cards. You should totally be a dealer.
Oh my god, yes! He's got a new
That's like
job!
playing cards.
Cool. Yeah, we could do that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. How do we think the benefit for that would work out? Because it's a percentile die. It's not really like a d20 or anything, and also like it's a flat multiplier for like the actual profit itself. So I'm curious how we think that would work out to do that.
I mean, one option is we could do like how much does it say?
It
makes-
is.
The
so
storehouse,
does-
right now we make 20% a week on whatever we put into the storehouse.
So it makes 50 copies, is what I'm saying.
Oh, sorry, I was on the
So-
wrong one.
No, so I'm saying for like if the scriptorium makes 50 copies, you could say potentially we could say that like it's a roll of a single 1 die that is added, and whatever we say like how many people are actually affected by advertising, percentage of 50, and then be like that's the dice that would get rolled to potentially add to your gambling roll.
So like yeah, that's cool. Or we could do like a instead of like d6s that are added on, it could be like d4s because of just for like a smaller chance. And I don't want it to be like, it would be crazy if it was broken and it was just stacking like an extra 60 because a couple people saw a pamphlet because like
I was thinking like you could roll it. Let's say 1 in 5 people saw an ad and was like, yeah, we'll check that out. You could roll like a d10 potentially, and that's how many people you actually make money off of gets added to the final number. I don't know if that would sound reasonable
yeah, I'm
and not too OP.
yeah. I'm trying to like workshop it in my head like how the dice rolls go because if we do that and then it's like you make the regular roll and then are you saying like add a d10 on top of what it was for extra gold or like
Yeah, so you do your regular roll, but then through advertising you get an extra like 7 people basically, or 7 whatever to the number that you've rolled, and then you do the math.
Oh, like to the percentile die, like
Yeah,
like
to the
it boosts
percentile
the
die.
percentile. Oh, gotcha,
Yeah,
gotcha.
it just
Okay.
bumps your percentage up.
Oh, that's
It's
cool.
like-
Yeah, that's
That was what
that's
I just figured, like in the math of it all. It's like we did some
Cool.
advertising, a percentage of those people showed up. The max percentage would be you could add 10%.
Gotcha.
But like
Okay.
how often you're gonna roll a fucking 10?
Right. That tracks.
So-
That makes sense. Gotcha. Cool. I was not on the same level. Cool. Yes, I like that. That's neat. Yes, I am all for that. That's pretty neat. Thoughts, Juice?
That seems not unreasonable to me.
Cool. Okay. I'll hold off on those rolls until next time because we probably wouldn't have gotten ads out in the short amount of time that we have been back. So if we want to hold off on those
Yeah, that's fair.
until next time.
Okay.
Question about the greenhouse.
Yes.
Okay.
Fruit of restoration. So in greenhouse, it's the third one down. Do we like already have that?
We have told them to like have one ready just in case for us, like when we got back, and then
Well,
maybe
it's a. I mean,
could have it.
I don't. I guess my question is, after reading this, it sounds like it's just a tree that's always there.
Yeah.
How long
Go
does
in and pick one.
how long does the fruit last? Like, if we pick that fruit,
So
is it just like in our
20
bag?
24 hours. Fruits that
Yeah,
aren't
so-
eaten within 24 hours being picked lose their magic.
Yeah, so if
Copy.
you
Okay.
you can go in there right now and pluck one right now, and get a lesser restoration.
Okay.
Unfortunately,
Okay.
exhaustion, I believe, is a greater restoration.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
We could have it make a potion of greater healing, or vial of poison.
Thoughts on poison, pumpkin?
Oh god. I don't know. I'm overwhelmed with so many options of things.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I literally don't even know where to start, so I'm just
That's okay.
And-
We don't necessarily have to cover it all.
Yeah,
Too. It's not like you'd be missing out on anything huge in the game
Yeah.
if
Sure.
we like skip some facilities or only do a few this time around. This
Well,
is our
and
first
that's-
foray into bastions, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so each of us gets one. Again, I'm still like learning, I'm still trying to figure out bastions. So each player gets one like room that they choose per week, or each room gets to do one thing per week.
as I understood it, each room gets to do one thing per week.
Okay.
And then there's
That was-
then there's also the broader like the bastion as a whole. You command it to do certain things.
Copy.
So if you look at the orders, where did it go? Jesus Christ. Bastion terms. Okay, orders. Special facilities orders. Each of the facility has its own list of like things you can order them to do.
Mm-hmm.
So each week you can give each facility an order. And
Okay.
then outside of that, what I was trying to say, and then I completely went in a circle, is that things just generically happen with the bastion. That's stuff that I'm gonna have to prep. And then you react to it. It could be attacked. You could accidentally find treasure. Somebody can be asking you for help, stuff like that.
Copy.
So what you guys are figuring out right now is just the individual facilities, what you want to tell them to do with your
Okay.
2 weeks of credit right now.
Cool.
Okay. So okay. Since we have the training area, right?
Mhm.
And we were gone for those 2 weeks. But Nathan and the family were around.
Uh-huh.
Could the training area have been used at least once in those 2 weeks? Like, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Because I also think it would be funny to. I am fascinated by whatever Natasha was talking about, and I want to know
Okay.
what is blue and sparkly and and what happened.
Oh, sure.
You know. So, and yeah, like, did that happen in the training area or did that happen at home?
Oh. Okay. Roll a d20. We'll do this. This has nothing to do with the training facility.
Sure.
So I'm gonna say we can retroactively say that you like sent another message to ask,
Mm.
and the d20 is to see if it was successful because it was across different planes. It was. You would be told that this thing is on the road between Neverwinter and Waterdeep.
Oh no. All right.
It's called the High Road.
Huh. So now there's something that I need to take care of at home. Apparently.
Okay.
But yeah, so yeah, I guess there would be 2 sessions of, training sessions, obviously.
Hmm?
I'm saying, like, if we're just going down the session or if we're going down the rooms, right?
Yes. So this training area one is a little bit. I won't be able to really bend it as much as the rest of the stuff. The rest of the stuff you're like ordering the hirelings to do things and like go off and do your thing, right? And then come back with the fruits of the labor, sometimes literally.
Yeah.
The training directly involves characters.
Right.
So you would have to spend the time.
We have to spend 7 days.
Yeah, with the trainer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or you could like, there are NPCs prominent in your life, like Bost's husband and children, or even like your wizard friends, or Deveris, who you brought who can be an ally in some ways. You can have them do stuff like training, and then you can keep track of like skills they gain or what have you.
Yeah, and that's sort of where my brain was. That like during those 2 weeks, they just came in and they were like, "Well, Mom's not here. Let's see what this is all about." You know.
Sure.
I just started beating each other with padded swords for 2 weeks.
Padded swords.
I don't know earlier lives. I
My
don't know how nice you are to
children.
I don't know how careful you are with your children, your 12 children.
My children know how to use real swords. Come on.
Okay, I will note that as something for me to prep up, so I don't get stuck on it right now. But yeah,
Sure.
Alaska has a weird ask to maybe make of one of the, I think it would be in the workshop. Either the workshop or the smithy, but I think based on specifically what I'm asking for, the workshop. But she would love to get some studded leather armor for Bones.
I was
how
actually
much?
wondering,
Dog armor.
Dog armor.
does Alaska want mithril plate?
Alaska maybe, but I don't think that Bones is strong enough to have anything better than.
No, I'm
the
saying,
leather.
does Alaska want mithril plate?
I mean, not immediately right now, but maybe probably yeah.
Because the smithy has 2 actions, and we get to choose what armaments we gain. And one of those is mithril plate.
Where are you seeing this? For some reason, I'm having a hard time like navigating through.
So if you go to smithy,
it's in the special
You
facilities
can-
section.
There it is. Yeah,
it's
I
in the
got
special
you, I got you.
facilities section. You can have them commissioned to craft a common or uncommon magic item chosen by you from the armaments table. If you go to the
Sick.
armaments table,
Go
I
to
do-
this
I was doing
table.
that.
Go to that
Yeah.
table.
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
basically I was thinking that in terms of like helpful stuff from the smithy, I thought maybe Pumpkin could get the quiver of
That
Ehlana.
one's dope. Yeah, because you can hold like an
pretty
insane
cool.
amount of shit in it.
And just for 2 new things that are not attuned, like having it that Alaska doesn't have disadvantage on stealth could probably be helpful.
I would say Alaska's going to literally constantly always put everybody else's needs first. So I would suggest if it makes more sense to make the quiver, let's make the quiver. Can we do 2?
It's 1 per
Because
week.
it's 2 turns. Baby.
Right, but it like yes, 1 per week, but you also have to follow the like amount of time for the armaments things or like the implements table or whatnot. It's also based on how long it would actually take to create that item, and not necessarily that it would hard be created in a week. So like if you're cool with it being done in a week and it costing us 0 money, dope. But also I was under the impression that we were under like the actual rules of the game at that point.
I mean,
we
I
are.
was just following what the Bastion says the rules are, but
Right. So
It does, but it also
you're-
says that they vary.
Andrea's right that these items
Okay.
take a week to make.
Cool.
I'm bending this first go into this because we had 2 weeks of credit. So I'm treating.
Yeah.
I think I said this, but I'll say it again.
Yeah.
I'm treating it like all of your
Yeah.
hirelings were there. You were not there to give them commands, so they kind of like defaulted to maintenance mode.
Yeah.
Which is an action or like a command you can give. But I don't want that to like, 2 weeks past, you just lost those 2 Bastion turns. I don't want to do that. So I'm kind of like compressing the timelines of things that take time. The only one
Sure.
that, like the training, I don't know if we can really reasonably explain compressing that.
right.
Maybe a little bit, but like making the items, like they stocked up on stuff. They made sure that they were ready and able to make anything at a moment's notice. And so now they have more than they needed. So they could make a couple of things a little quicker than what would be normal.
Sure. And then I guess my next question was also based on that, like varies is like the level of common to uncommon and like how much that would actually cost us in gold or platinum to create. I wasn't sure how following of the rules we were doing that, because my impression was that these sections of the Bastion are basically like someone else is making you the magical item that you want.
Right.
And so we're basing that on like normal game rules of how long and how much money it takes to create that. It's just that we have someone working on that in the background while we're doing our adventure.
Yes.
So I wasn't sure if we were like changing those rules.
No,
If we're okay,
not changing that.
So-
So yes, the costs are going to be the same.
sure.
I'm just bending a little bit for this first time, the amount of time it takes for things to get finished.
Sure. So do the quiver first, and we'll figure out how terribly expensive the quiver is, and we'll do the quiver first, and then we'll
It's
hold off.
200
Like,
gold each,
Right.
200 gold for 10 days, and it'll take 10 days to make.
but we're compressing the time a little bit.
Compressing
So
it.
we're
Well,
saying
yeah.
it's we,
Yeah.
we could get 2 uncommon items in 2 weeks as opposed to 20 days, and it would
Sure.
cost a total of 400 gold. I don't know how much money the Bastion has right now, but I would be willing to throw some money in if that's what we're doing.
Looks like a total of 480.
So I'm seeing 2 uncommon magic items from the smithy, right?
Yeah.
From the smithy, yes.
From Smitty.
From Smitty to
Our guy
Smithy.
Smitty.
Our guy Smitty. Is that the Smith's name, Smitty?
Smitty the
I
Smithy.
sure
yeah.
hope
It
so.
is now.
It is now.
Smitty names. Hell yeah.
But yeah,
Okay.
and then Alaska would also at the workshop, weavers or mason's tools. Did we decide on leather tools at the workshop?
It could be leather workers' tools.
Okay.
That's fine.
Because I would ask for studded leather, which I assume would be leather, unless it would be a smithy thing. Because I would rather Bones have nicer armor first than me.
Adorable.
So what are the 2
I know that
items that
one-
we did want from the smithy? Did we?
So,
Pick
well,
any?
that's what had you said? What did you say, Vic, about the things that you thought we should make?
I
Oh, there was the
figured that-
quiver.
Uh-huh.
I would figured getting Pumpkin the Quiver
Mhm.
and getting Alaska the mithril plate, which does not give a disadvantage on stealth checks unless anyone has a particular thing that they feel that they could use. Like, basically, there's armor, there's some +1 weaponry stuff,
Ooh.
there's a couple of like inspelled weapons, potions that make you bigger, that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
All kinds of
everything that's
stuff.
here is. I'm fully good with passing
Yeah.
on.
The
this
only
stuff.
other stuff the main thing I was thinking about is that this would be very helpful for either ammo for Pumpkin and potentially upgrading armor for people.
Hmm.
Seems to be the best use of this particular part.
Battle of the Cavalier. What is that, man? Oh.
You just can't be dismounted against your will.
Yeah.
I would
don't
also
think
be
so.
interested if instead of that juice, if we could talk about either in the future. I know that there's rules about how we gain magic items, but the Griffin saddlebag added some collars that would give Alaska's mount the ability to do mounted
It makes
stuff.
it, yeah, there's a couple. One of them that makes him like. There's a couple of colors that would make him big, thus making if I took a certain feat, it would make things easier. But I would rather look into that not today.
Okay.
Yeah.
The only thing is
let's say this: any items that aren't explicitly on these lists,
Sure.
we can just add them because there's nothing like thinking about it in game. There's nothing preventing you from like spending some time to talk to a smithy and like describe the exact item that you want and stuff like that. So all we would need to do above the table is just what rarity is it, and then align the cost and time to make with that.
Sure.
right.
So my next question then would be, if I want studded leather armor for my dog, would we consider that something that the smithy would make, or something that the leather worker would make in the workshop?
It feels more like leatherworking to me.
Yeah, that's a
They can
workshop thing.
make.
Cool.
Yeah, they
then
can make leather or studded leather.
then I will take 60 gold out of my own pocket so that so the bones can have better armor. And that can be one thing the workshop does. And then I guess I will take the mithril armor, but you'll have to do some convincing to make Alaska accept it.
What is
Just
going to
whip.
happen is Odysseus is going to pick up a mithril armor and just drop it on you into your arms and then walk away.
I mean, was this? I guess it was created. We didn't take it from anybody.
Gonna be really wasteful if you don't use it.
It would be really wasteful if you don't use it.
Oh, appealing to that side.
And I don't think.
And we can melt down your plate for the studs for bones.
And then we're reusing, and that's really helpful. Okay. Okay,
That's so
fine. She's
I'm
just
gonna
like,
dump-
morals versus gift. Like,
I'm gonna dump 400 gold into the bastion, which will cover both of those smithy costs.
okay, cool.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
So that's just done.
Cool.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna take my 60 out because making things for animals is an additional 50% more, and so leather armor or studded leather is 40.
And
Okay.
Pumpkin, at one point during this bastion time, you're just going to get like summoned via message into the smithy, and like a very burly man with a New Jersey accent named Schmitty is just gonna be like, good, and just hand you a quiver and just be like, you can store stuff in this.
That's so good.
Nice.
Looks at it. Store stuff in this. Yes.
Yes.
Oh man.
So
Oh my god. This is so crazy.
It's a lot, but it's good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
it's a lot, but it's really cool.
So this is again still all the just like the 2 weeks that we've been gone. We're just like coming back and we're like, hey, can you do these things for us real quick? And everyone's like, blah, and then just does them.
Yes. So
We've
they're
not,
not,
like-
they're not going to be immediate. So these
Right.
items that you've asked for, they're going to be on a compressed timeline rather than the normal. So don't add them to your inventory yet. But
Cool. Is it like, have we taken a day yet, or is it still the same day?
for now?
like,
It's still the
generally?
same day. You're like going around giving orders right
Cool.
now.
Oh my god.
So just to make sure I have this straight on my end, things that you
Sure.
need from me after today at some point are going to be 2 times research on Eberron, 2 times Bost's children training in the training facility in some manner, a quiver of Alona from the smithy, studded leather armor for bones, what was the mithril plate
Mithril
Mithril plate.
from?
You can get mithril plate.
Is that the smithy or the?
Also the smithy, yeah.
Also,
Smithy
this
plate.
What am I currently wearing?
Okay, so again, you don't have that yet,
Sure.
but it's coming.
Mhm.
Anything else that you need from me on this? I think you guys already took care of all the other ones.
the
Yeah.
bones armor, the bone studded. Did we?
Bones,
go
yeah, bones is
Uh,
studded leather.
I have
That's on
that.
his list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Kaz, you have one more workshop and 2 arcane study.
I was going to use the what's it called? I was going to use the like jeweler's tools to craft an arcane focus and then craft arcane focuses with both of the arcane study uses. If no one else wanted to do anything,
Sure.
just to stock up on Bastion, like make more equipment for people who will be coming into the Bastion.
Mm-hmm.
I would
Okay.
also, Boss, was there anything you wanted out of the greenhouse, or should we just like have them start cranking out potions of greater healing?
That's exactly what I was just about to say. So
yeah.
just potions of greater healing, yeah.
Okay. Say the facility again for that one.
The greenhouse?
Greenhouse.
Sorry.
Okay. Anything else? Sweet. Okay, so
Hell yeah.
we did that was kind of a combination of like just over the table talking and planning and in character reactions to things. But so you've spent some time at the Bastion, delivering orders, getting ready for all the stuff that's going to be coming. What do you guys want to do next?
Take a long rest.
Oh my god.
Please.
Yeah. Please, please.
Real
I
quick,
crave rest.
real quick before everybody sleeps, I do want to convey what Natasha and I spoke about. And like we don't have to go through the whole scene, unless folks wanted to roleplay and ask questions of me. But again, just like tell them what Natasha told me, and all of that, and then I will head to outside the city after I talk to them. So.
Okay.
Yep. That's
So
all.
boss shares that info.
Yeah.
This is not meant to be like a leading question in any way, but just to let the opportunity happen. Did anybody want to respond to that or ask anything of boss
Yeah.
before she leaves?
What was the conversation about? I'm so sorry.
Oh, yeah, no problem. The fact that Natasha and Alestial are the other two sins.
Oh,
Um,
yeah. Okay.
I mean, yeah, if you guys want to roleplay it, we can.
Do we have like a record of who is what? Basically, who was assigned to what?
I think we've generally guessed at what they all are. But I don't think we've had like a running, like, it's not written down anywhere, like in a
Okay.
common place yet.
Okay.
So yes, you just don't have it explicitly noted anywhere.
Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah.
Hmm.
I would imagine Pumpkin would want to either be there to be part of said conversation or try and talk through it, but she's fucking tired. She did not sleep the night beforehand.
Yeah.
Right. She
Stayed up
actively
the
didn't
entire night.
True.
Yeah, she
Okay.
did not.
But
So-
She's okay
remember,
though.
Inda cured you all of any exhaustion that you had.
Mhm.
I thought she
Oh, yeah.
cured everybody of like an exhaustion, but I think Boss did too.
You cured me
She
of.
fully
yeah.
cured
Oh,
all
okay.
exhaustion.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Cause
I've also
I-
got a
Like,
thing.
That doesn't mean that
called
it wasn't a
tiredness,
big day and we're not still tired.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Consciously being up for 48 hours is just like.
Yeah.
Did Bost tell the group about this? Because you sort of intuited that the children's thing was somewhere between Neverwinter and Waterdeep, right? Like the sparkle?
She was told in another message, yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So have you shared that with the team?
Probably not.
Okay, cool. Because the anomaly that Illustrial was between those two places as well is the only reason I'm asking. So, but I don't know if you guys
Illustrial
have-
was between those two places?
Remember when she looked at me and went,
Oh,
Anomaly.
yeah.
Anomaly.
Sorry. Yeah, the anomaly was. Not that she physically was there.
no,
Right.
she told me
Okay.
that there was a rift, basically.
Yeah.
So, I'm just wondering, if not, disregard.
So how about this?
Yeah.
Instead of me relaying that message now,
Why don't we all sleep and do it tomorrow?
yeah, I'm gonna I'm gonna do this. Well, what time is it right now?
We're
Here.
gonna say it's like mid-evening, like a late dinner time.
Okay. I'm gonna grab my sending stone.
Okay.
And I'm going to attempt, because I don't know if this is gonna work. Right?
Okay.
Who are you calling?
I'm calling my husband,
Sure.
Well,
right?
you're on the same plane.
Sure, but it
Right.
only works once a day.
Oh!
No, yeah.
Now,
And
the last time you
It's
used it
been-
was in the astral plane.
Exactly.
and time works differently.
Exactly. And that's why
Oh,
I'm
that's
saying
so
Yeah.
cool.
I don't know
Sure.
when the fuck they sent it. And
Right.
yeah, exactly. So I'm like, well, I guess we'll see if this works.
P.S. I love playing with shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, oh, here's a combination of details that make for a fun role-playing interaction.
Yeah.
Yay.
So yeah, so I pick up my sending stone, and I kind of look at it and go, I'll try it. Hello, my loves. I'm back on our plane. I am staying at the Bastion tonight. I will come to the house in the morning. Love you so much. And that's all.
Okay. You will get a near immediate response. Nathan says, we will have your favorite breakfast prepared. And everyone demands 2 weeks of hugs.
Aw.
All right. Cool. So yeah. So then I stay here tonight. And I'll say, let's rest tonight. I would like to have a conversation with all of you about what I spoke to Natasha about, and my children for that matter. But let's rest.
Sounds like a plan.
All right.
Oh no.
Anything else before resting?
No.
No, we're done.
No.
There was a lot. Okay.
Crave sleep.
In a shocking turn of events, you experience a long, restful rest, uneventfully.
Good. Good.
Amazing.
Odysseus, since her rest is 4 hours, is going to, before going to bed, burn the last divine intervention, get a spell slot back, bring back lunchbox, go to sleep.
That's so real.
It's just getting done. Don't worry about it.
Excellent. Love it. And yes, boss, even you, uneventful, long rest.
Yeah.
It is now the next
Thank my
morning.
God.
Can we take a break then, real quick?
Yes.
Sure. Yeah, quick break.
Great.
We'll be right back.
Thank you. All right.
can hit someone maybe with a sword and do 5 damage.
Yeah. Ash, were you gonna say something too?
Yeah. The concept of a character on a level scale of 1 to 20 is in the sliding scale of 1 being I'm like starting out on my adventure, or I have a little bit of notoriety. I'm above just like a random civilian. 10 being I'm an established adventurer. People know who I am. I have like a home that I can go to, and people can come to me for help. So I am well established in what I do because I've fought like hell to get to where I am. And 20, you're a god. Like that's the sliding scale of characters in D&D. So we started out as we're already well known. We've already had loads of adventures. We've already seen half the world or other planes and shit. So having someone who's already like a little bit broken at the start kind of makes sense.
It does.
Because she's been working like hell to get to that point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Literally all she's done is be depressed and in a library.
Which is, I love
That's
that.
her whole thing.
Yeah.
Fuck. What have I?
I have family drama and I solved it with knowledge.
Yeah, and you are taking a character built from a system that wasn't as well built as the 2024 version. You're taking a character that had like not a lot of synergy between classes and like not the best equipment, and then shifting that over to a system where you
That's also
are
true.
like where the game system keeps your type of like your character playstyle in mind, and like helps those abilities and like equipment that you get. So not only is 2024 more like you can do more things in 2024, but also the having like a not, I don't want to say like not optimized, because it's not, I don't want like to imply that it's like a bad character build, but one that doesn't as like that isn't like fully spec'd into like doing damage output or like doing skills. Like, just having that shift is also going to be more drastic than like how Kaz was just really similar and just got a couple new abilities.
Okay.
It's just going to be a big shift.
Yeah, that point about synergistic reworking especially is huge with the 2024 stuff. So all in all, I hope you're feeling better about it. We are live again, by the way. I figured we're talking about D&D stuff. Let's be live. Hopefully you'll feel better about how things go.
With no, like honestly, I'm excited, like based on just the things that I was seeing on like the base level of fighter.
Yeah.
Right. And how feats are sort of treated a little differently. That so many of the feats are, hey, you could have this feat, but also it's half feat, half add a ability modifier as well, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
And so, yeah, like, again, part of what surprised me was that my hit point,
you're like
also,
10 more, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that went up, and I was like, that's wild, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Okay,
but again,
so
I kept so many things, so
I'll ask this briefly of the group. If we think it requires more thought and discussion, we'll do that offline. But with as much shifting to 2024 as a lot of you have done, would you collectively prefer that I also shift our base gameplay rules to 2024, or should we keep doing what we've been doing, where I default to original 2014 and we just replace 2024 piecemeal when we want to?
I don't mind either way. Honestly, I would say whatever fits your DM style, whatever makes sense for how you're running the game and how the game is being presented to you to then relate to us. I don't mind either way.
Let me chew on that before next time, and I'll let you guys know where I land. And then like it's going to mostly impact, like I said, base game rules. Like exhaustion is very different.
I mean, for Sam, that might be good.
Yeah. I mean, that's just probably the most prominent example I can think of.
Sure.
The rest is going to be like spell details, blah blah blah, hand wave. Okay, I'll mull that over before next time, and then we'll talk about it more.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I would say, like, I know that Alaska's, because I'm just gonna go, I have no plans to do anything but Paladin because the, like, Elder Champion is so fucking good when she gets to level 20. That I know that, like, my subclass is exactly translated over and is one of the, like, available subclasses in 2024, but I'm not confident that that's true of everybody's subclasses. So just, like, that would be one thing, like, not to play devil's advocate, but, like, that would be one thing to look at, is that, like, not everyone's gonna be fully re-represented with how they've built characters now in 2024.
oh, this wouldn't impact how your characters are built.
Sure. Okay.
It would only impact, like, when I say base game, I mean non-character stuff. That's
Okay,
why I
cool.
said, like, exhaustion. Doesn't matter who built what. Exhaustion is going to work this way or that way, and that's it.
Sure.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Or like or like the phrasing of like D20 test versus like
Right.
attack
Exactly.
roll.
Sure.
Exactly. So yes, I'll mull that over, and we'll talk more before next time. But for now, immediately right now, we are back, and it is the next morning. So we're officially. We got to mark our days now.
I got it.
This is day 20.
Yes.
Excellent.
Oh, no, I closed the page.
So glad we got to sleep.
It was only
Here
like
we are.
5 sessions
Yes.
in that same day.
Right.
That's insane.
Yeah.
We did have a busy ass day. Oh my god.
It
Yeah.
was a big day.
Okay, so what would you like to do next?
I'm gonna try to gather everyone at the table, or at a table. I don't know if we have like a general dining room.
I think we have a dining room. I think that's one of our basic facilities.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
we
can
get like
just
a
put
sort of
in-
Great Hall type situation.
Yeah, you can put in as many basic as you want, I think, at this point.
Mm.
All right. So I need to get to breakfast with my family, but while you all were trying to figure out the book, Natasha and I had a little discussion. So, as we've all discussed prior, it seems that we have all been, let's call it, inflicted by some sort of sin. Some of us, myself have included, have tried to resist. Some of us have accepted it. And some of us, well, let's say some of us have resisted and succeeded in resisting. Alaska, I believe you were successful in resisting.
I mean, I punched it. I think there's still kind of questions to be had, generally about what they are and what everything means. But yeah, I feel confident in that. I have controlled it, and it's probably gonna be okay, whatever it does for us, generally speaking.
So, my sin seems to be sloth. When I spoke with Natasha, it sounds like our wizard friends are part of the adventure as well. Natasha was approached by wrath and embraced it. She said she tried to resist it for a bit, but ended up embracing it, and it seems to have gone well for her so far. I'm not I have my reservations. Illustrial is afflicted with lust, which is why she has been so overwhelmed with that book. So, have we all discussed openly with each other our sins and who
That's like the most Catholic thing anyone's ever
I'm just
said.
clear, right?
So Catholic. I'm sorry.
That's great.
And who has resisted or has accepted them?
I don't think that we've come out and said specifically, but they are. Each of us to each other explicitly. I suppose mine is pride. I don't know. I don't have much to say. Is that it doesn't feel like it's affected me as much as others here.
But did you agree to its terms?
I never spoke with it. It was a feeling that I didn't have a problem with allowing in, if that makes sense. I was effectively dreaming of fulfilling my life's goal, and it just kind of like was just a more than normal amount of happiness about that. So that was the most that my interaction with the entity was. I never like spoke with it. The only thing that I had spoken to was this guy, and then I'd show the bites on my arm, which is different.
All right. Odysseia?
Oh, we made a deal.
And I assume yours is envy?
Greed.
Greed. All right.
So Gordon Gecko of you.
It is very.
What?
It's from the movie. It's the movie Greed. Fuck. Never mind. I'll tell you. It's out of character. I'll tell you later.
Okay, yeah. Would love to know the context of that later.
There.
And Pumpkin, dear. What interactions have you had?
Shakes her head.
Did you say shakes her head?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Oh.
Yo.
Mostly
Pumpkin.
because I don't remember.
It came for us. Remember?
I thought I wrote that down. I don't remember.
I will.
Oh,
I will message you.
I was about to say,
Oh.
Pumpkin, don't lie to me.
No.
I thought that was a full active
was
choice,
so
and I was
good.
so
Ash,
excited.
I sent it to you in Discord.
Okay. I legit don't remember.
Because-
That's why I was just like,
Because-
who has
See, I
what?
remember, but
because I clocked it and we
Oh.
talked. We talked about it afterwards.
That's fair because not everybody's had different levels
Yeah.
of depth of
Yeah.
interaction to
Yeah,
this
yeah,
point, and
yeah.
that is
and
by
it was
design.
it also possibly happened like 2 months ago.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Genuinely
Everybody's
don't
gonna have
remember.
more depth at different
Cool.
times and
Yeah.
never really
Yeah.
at the same level.
Yeah.
So
I know I made a deal with mine. Don't remember what it was.
I think I tried
Yeah.
to fight it off, if I recall.
You
We
did.
just walked to the library.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, she just continued to shake her head.
Pumpkin, we know that Mordenkainen doesn't have a sin yet. Or, well, doesn't have a sin. So you've never lied to me before.
She just like mimes pushing something away that's really heavy.
Okay. So you are resisting envy,
Mhm.
just as I am resisting sloth. All right. I also got a very well. You heard part of the message from my sending stone when we were in the astral plane from my lovely child, Natasha. There is something shiny and sparkly and zappy on the road between, you said, sorry, Juice, you said on the high
The
road?
high road between Neverwinter and Waterdeep.
On the high road between Neverwinter and Waterdeep. I may want to do some investigation on that. I may ask you all to join me.
That is where Illustrial's anomaly was, I believe.
Do you know anything about what this anomaly might be?
I believe it is a law of this world shorn clean from its moorings, breaking the very foundations of the meaning of this plane.
Okay, could you repeat that in a way that isn't terrifying?
That-
Seems bad.
That might be the most eloquent sentence I've ever heard uttered. Jesus Christ. Ooh.
Hey, bitch reads books.
Read some books.
Yeah. Damn. Anyway, continue.
It seems as though there was a breaking of the truths of the plane we were on when we were at sea with the hotties. And now that something here is broken as well. Hopefully there's hotties. Anyway, that's the internal monologue.
Sure.
I was gonna say, who do you think you're talking to? Myself and my husband are the hotties.
I'm sorry, did you not see the angel woman?
Have you not seen Bust's picture?
I knew
Uh.
Boss fucked. I knew it.
She's got 12 kids!
Which is also like the fact that you're like, I've been so exhausted for this one day. I'm like, bitch, you got 12 kids.
Seriously, you have 12 children.
It is a different level of exhaustion.
I know. It's just funny that I'm like, really? Really?
Yeah, yeah. Of course, Bust fucks. Come on.
I love you so much.
All right. So, is this something that can be fixed? Should we try to fix should I be worried that my small child was very excited about touching it?
I don't know a lot about kids, but maybe. Oh, hello.
As a cat
Here's
appears.
As the kid
Alright.
wanders into frame.
Here's my child. Come on, baby. Come on. That's yes. You're
Oh
doing
my
so
god,
well.
Natasha's
So proud.
in Vic's house.
Oh my god. Friend.
Oh yeah.
A familiar appears.
Right?
Familiar appears. She loves to scream,
She does.
and she also. I recently showed her cat TV, and now it's all she wants. is
Amazing.
birds on the TV screen.
Nice.
Extremely good.
Yeah. So I don't know much about children. I don't know how your children know that a breaking of the laws of time and space are happening.
She saw it.
I mean, she saw
She-
something sparkly, shiny, and like shocky. But I don't think that you necessarily know. No offense, that your child was like, "Oh, I believe this is a breaking in the space-time continuum."
No,
I think she saw
no.
something bright and shiny and sparky.
She saw something and she said, "Hey mom, I saw something. This is so cool." And she sent me a message about it. That's all. You're the one who's telling me it's crazy, so we should probably do something about it.
I mean, is your child at home? It's 8 p.m. Do you know where your children are? Like, what is it? Like,
Yes.
is she? How did she see that?
I have no
Did she live
idea.
in the woods?
Yeah, that's a yeah. Were they down there? I guess I'm unsure how you arrived at specifically knowing that it was on the road as opposed to just like a thing that was at your house, or is your house on the road?
Our house is just outside the town.
Right. So how did we know that the shocky blue thing was on the road?
Boss, you were not told.
Great.
It was yeah.
Oh.
They
So is it? I guess how? So maybe this is an above table question. How do we know that the placement of that thing?
Okay.
Her husband told her in the sending stone.
Okay.
But like with only
Gotcha.
25 words, there was not enough detail
Right.
to convey
Sure.
to like exactly how and why they came about the conclusion.
Cool. Then that's
Gotcha.
okay. Then maybe that's a question that we have
For
with
your
the
husband.
to give us more information.
So, you're more than welcome to come and join for breakfast. But, you know, I'm just giving you this information as I have it.
I mean, if it is a crack in the existence of our world, it probably is a thing that we should look into sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I would agree.
Do we have the information from those librarians yet? Because I would rather not leave the manor until I get some notes from a man named Tremaine. Or, I'm sorry, a lovely woman named Tremaine.
The researchers for Eberron.
Yes.
Yeah, probably not. If we
I'm-
do have that
I'm gonna say
That
that
first-
takes at least a couple days.
Cool.
It's not gonna take the
Okay.
full 7, but
Yeah.
at least a couple. Sorry, go ahead, Andrea.
I mean, if we have a couple of like quickety boo like yes no questions, we do have the option in the rod to ask a deity, which I do happen to have.
I can also
A
just like
deity.
you can go have the morning breakfast with your kids, and like Lunchbox and I can do a little bit of light reading, and then come out after.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just because we have been informed that canonically she does fuck, and it's been 2 weeks. So.
I mean,
For her, it's
yeah.
been like an evening.
we could also see if we can just see what's going on. If we want to travel down the road a bit and see if it's bad enough that we could see from far away.
Yeah, maybe there's someone else in town who knows if there's other stuff that's happened. We could probably talk to Ember. Be like, by the way, maybe keep eyes out and ears out about the road. We have heard about disturbances. We don't know much else past that, but information sharing is key.
Again, we can absolutely start with my family. They're the ones who gave us the information to begin with, and move on from there.
Right.
If you don't mind, I'd be more than happy to show up a little late to inform Never Ember of the situation.
Would you like a buddy to do that? I mean, I love a breakfast. But I could go wherever.
I wouldn't want to prevent you from indulging. Sorry, that wasn't like a microaggression at your sin or anything. That was me being thoughtful of how much you love food. But
I'm very capable of not eating food. Like, it's just breakfast.
I know, but I thought about it for a second. I was like, that sounds a little mean, and you're like one of like 4 other people that I don't want to be mean to on accident.
Right, but like, do you want a buddy? I'm just asking if you want a buddy.
Yes, back to the question. If you want, I'm not gonna say no.
Great. I'll probably go buddy with you, and then I'll follow everybody else a little later. We'll both follow everybody else a little later.
Cool.
Great.
Odyssey
Okay.
and Lunchbox are gonna go to the library, and we're gonna show up after breakfast if that's cool.
Sure.
Okay.
Egg sandwich from the kitchen.
Excellent.
Alright.
Okay, I think, and then that leaves Pumpkin. Where is Pumpkin going?
I mean, Pumpkin, would you like to spend some time with the children and Nathan and I this morning? It seems like it's just going to be a family affair.
She will reply in a cacophony of all the children's voices as if they're just like really excited about stuff and just like happily flap along. And come with you.
So much.
That's so cool and so horrifying to imagine.
Really.
Just a full elementary classroom, just the sound
Yes.
pulled
Yep.
out for like 3 seconds.
Yep. Okay, so we have Alaska and Kazan going to talk to Lord Neverember. We have Boss and Pumpkin going to breakfast, and we have Odysseia going to do some research. I'll ask the team. I won't go past another half hour, but I'm game to go through those if we want to do them now, or I'm game to call it a day here and start with that next time. What do you guys think?
I'm cool either way.
I'm just writing notes,
Okay.
but I'm chill for whatever.
I'm down to stick around, do a roll.
Yeah, I can stick around for a bit. I'm interested to see how Neverember is
Okay.
hanging out. This one time.
Sounds good then. Let's start with that one. We'll go to just Kazan and Alaska, heading over to, I think it's Castle Neverember.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we are here. Kind of hard to see on the screen, guys, but it's the big one. It's the big castle.
Great.
Unless there's anything specific you wanted to role play about, like talking along the way or getting in or anything like that, you are just welcome in, and you know where to find him. So that's simple enough.
I didn't have anything to talk about, like
Yeah, no.
on the road. Okay.
All right, so you arrive at the main chamber that Lord Neverember resides and conducts his daily business.
Good morning, Lord Neverember.
Good morning, friends. What can I do for you?
We have come upon some troubling at worst, interesting at best information that you should probably know about.
Very good. What would that be?
During some excursion, our group was informed of a a shiny, sparkly, zappy thing that was on the high road. And I kid you not, that is the exact description that we got.
Blue.
It was also blue, yes.
Blue.
It was
Yeah.
also blue. It was also blue. And we have reason to believe that it could be related to more or less some laws of physics within the material plane being shattered.
Well, that's a mouthful.
Yes.
And he's gonna shuffle around, pick up some papers, and like pick up a single piece of parchment and hand it over to you.
As he says, wow, that's a mouthful. Alaska's gonna go. If you think that's a mouthful, you should hear how our cleric said it.
Jesus.
I do like a very like a delicate pull away.
Yeah. He's gonna hand that paper to you and say, shiny and sparkly would not be among the descriptors I've been given already, but I think that's kind of inconsequential. And then he'll hand you this piece of parchment. It's a scout report, like a nightly scout report from the Night Watch, stating that a gigantic object appeared on the road randomly. And then some details included that it is a humongous cube, and it seems to have some sort of like electric effect around it. And anyone getting near it experiences levels of being shocked. Most have been not really severe so far.
Oh, glad to see that you were told about this. How long has it been there?
It has been 5 days.
Ooh.
I'm gonna look at the report and see if there's like a date on it to see if this is new or if this was like back when it.
This would have been on 5 days ago. The date on it would be 5 days ago.
Has anything changed since it appeared? Have you been able to do anything with it?
He's gonna sift through more papers. You can easily tell that it seems to be like just the ongoing stack of Night Watch reports. He says, well, we're having a hard time keeping word from spreading about it, so we have, it seems, a tourist attraction now.
Like the Cyberstuck.
It seems here that it has once moved.
Oh, like with legs, or does it just, how is it
Like-
moving?
Like hover
He's
ominous.
like reading a piece of paper, kind of mumbles to himself, and says out loud, simply tipped itself over.
Mm.
Interesting.
Would that it sounds like it could potentially be a mechanical device? Is there anything like that that Alaska has heard of before?
History check.
Is it a mechanical device? A mechanical device, and can I make it with expertise?
We'll
Or
say
what are the other two
yes.
things? Yee. Or is it what are the other two things that I have it in? Magic items, technological device, alchemical object.
It covers enough of two of those that I'll say
Great.
yes.
All right, I'm
Now
adding.
two of those.
I'm adding
Oh,
4 to whatever this is then.
Yeah.
Great. 30.
30.
30. I rolled a natural 20 and then I added 10.
Hell yeah, dude.
There is only one other sentient cube-like object you've ever heard of.
Sure.
That would be a gelatinous cube.
Oh, so it's like an electrical gelatinous cube?
That's cool.
I mean, that's the closest you can get from what you know.
Oh, well, that is a good amount of information to have about this thing. I feel like I recognize it immediately. But I appreciate all of the information you've given us. Kazan, I think we might need to go tell the team that we're gonna have to go deal with this.
Absolutely.
sir, please let us know if anything else changes, if there's anything else on the road. If there are any other like strange cultish dealings in the area, just keep us informed. Send word back to our manor. We will be around.
Yes.
Also-
Please keep me informed as to your dealings with this. I
course.
find myself in the advantageous and disadvantageous at the same time position of the economic draw of new people to the town for this whatever it is has been keeping the town rather busy and in good and healthy ways. But the prospect that this whatever it is can move and we don't know exactly what it is poses certain potential dangers. We have to find our balance.
I just like to decipher this here for a second. Are you saying, would you prefer that it goes away, or would you prefer that like it becomes Disneyland?
There is a
The
right and
jury
wrong
would be out
answer,
on that
just
one.
so you know.
Okay, but if it's zapping people, from what I understand, it is causing like amounts of harm to passerbys, and maybe we don't want it to do that.
Yes, we've established and set a perimeter around it since it first moved to keep people at least a minimum distance away.
All right. And if it keeps moving, you're gonna have to keep moving that distance.
Cross that bridge when we get to it.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. You should think about it beforehand, before something bad happens.
Fair enough.
Especially if it's like on a main, throughway between two large, advantageous like port cities, maybe. Point being, I guess we have a breakfast to get to. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Again, keep us apprised of any other information you have, and we will do the same.
Yes, of course. Thank you very much.
Yeah. And I'll keep going.
I was say, one quick question: do you claim it as property of Neverwinter?
Of course not.
Then, if it turns out to be more harm than it's worth, I'm going to burn it in front of you. And then I
This is
start
fair.
walking away.
All right. Rewind time a bit to doing something else simultaneously. Let's go to Odyssea. What are we doing?
And on the way back, I would have shared the fact that Alaska knows entirely what it is and everything that I know about the lattice cubes. and
by the way
possibly
you
like
started-
one.
By the way you started talking, I feel like Kaz would have been like, okay, we know it's... I don't know what's going on, but we know what's going on.
Yeah.
All right, Odyssea.
In the library, she's got sandwich in one hand, she's got lunchbox, she's ready to do some research.
Okay, and on what specifically?
So Alaska has told us that the next place of the rod is in Eberron, which is a word that she has heard before. I assume she knows something of it, so she is looking to deep dive into that
Okay.
for like 3 hours until it's time to go.
Okay. No roles needed for this. It's easy enough to find information about different worlds like this. Okay, so key points. Compared to Faerun specifically, Eberron features a unique blend of technology and magic. So we mentioned earlier the automaton-like people, and as well as these colossuses. You would be able to learn that these colossuses are pure. Think of it like walking literally on 2 feet with 2 arms, a walking machine that is piloted with the use of a specific magical item. Not unlike spelljamming ships, where the magical item, the helm, is able to propel ships through space. An individual person that possesses a specific item, it's usually like a gem or a small glass orb of some kind, will be able to literally pilot one of these colossuses. It's a very common, or it used to be a very common thing in Eberron. All of this technology, or a lot of this technology, was born of a great war, like a civil war kind of situation in this place. That war is done at this point, but the colossuses still exist. The items to pilot them still exist. They still can be used. And somebody help me out because I'm not finding the the word. What is the race name of the machine people again?
Automaton?
Warforged.
Warforged. That's it.
Warforged.
So these
that's it.
Warforged were also created at the start of this, or near the start of this war, for the purpose of fighting in the war. Think of it like Clone Wars for Star Wars. But they started as just like machines controlled by people, and they evolved into fully conscious, self-sustaining people. So they are just as much machine as people, but they're also just as much people as like you, Alaska, Bost, etc.
Right. So they're creations who have become sentient.
Yes.
Cool. Got it.
Yeah, I think that's a fair amount for a couple hours of research.
Sick.
Anything else?
No, I'll go get on my horse and go over to the house.
Okay. Rewind one more
His name
time
is
to Bost and Pumpkin. We're heading back home.
So Pumpkin and I are definitely going to plan a stealth assault on my family.
Nice.
And we are going to take any child who is not paying attention and take them down to the ground. I'm trying to find my children's names.
Amazing.
I know it's somewhere on this desk right now. But oh, is it here? Yes, haha. So I think you are probably going to catch Faint Path. She's gonna be walking around trying to find a nice bouquet of flowers that she can put in the middle of the table. Then Christopher William is going to be trying to, just hunt for something, but he's going to be too distracted by hunting. And so I'm going to teach him that he can't be too distracted by the thing that he is trying to hunt himself to realize that he is being hunted. And so I'm going to take him down, and then you are going to take down Faint Path. And that's how we are going to surprise the children and let them know that we are here for breakfast.
Excellent. I'm gonna try and pull as many of the kids aside to just like start playing with them and try to like show off some of the trinkets of the stuff that we've gotten. What is it? Oh, I want to show them the lantern of revealing because it just looks like an eye in a lantern. Like show how cool, weird, and spooky it is.
Nice.
And anyone that's willing to play hide and go seek, I will turn myself invisible so we can play.
Nice. Excellent. Sam, do you have? I'm forgetting. Do any of the kids like take after their father in that they're like starting to learn magic and like casting spells?
Oh, absolutely. So Nathan, Faint Path, Natasha, definitely. And I would say Bizarre Flame as well.
Okay. Noted. So you're doing a stealth, sneaking up on someone.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Everyone is just like kind of bopping around playing as normal. Some of them with Pumpkin, and you'll see her go invisible at one point.
but yes. So I mean, at this point, I have already taken out Defiant Hide because he was paying too much attention to the one he was hunting, as opposed
Oh,
to
nice.
yeah, as
Alright, so you
opposed
pounce
to
him.
realizing I pounced him.
So yeah, he'll be giggly and squealy when you do that, and just start screaming, "Mom's here! Mom's here!" And get everybody else all excited about it.
Where's your father, dear?
Inside making dinner, breakfast. What day is it?
You know, that's a very good question, my love. And I'll say, Pumpkin, can you keep them distracted for a little while?
Yes, ma'am. Just, like, runs and goes to play with them.
Thank you, my darling. And she goes in to talk to Nathan. And she goes in and says, blue, sparkly, zappy thing.
I see you received Natasha's message.
Yes. So what is this? What's happening?
I must say, in all of my travels and experiences and studies, I can't say I've seen anything like it. And from what I understand, nobody else around us really knows what it is either. It's just a giant cube in the middle of the road.
And it's what? All right. Is it just in the way, or is it doing damage?
As far as I know, it's just there. I've been told that it moved once. I went close to it and could feel that it had some sort of magic field around it. You could literally feel the static. And the children being a little bit more rambunctious, a couple of them got zapped a little, but they seem mostly unharmed.
You took the children.
It's more so that we were already on the road and happened upon it. I decided to take them on an adventure to Waterdeep for a day.
Ah, all right. Well, as long as you're feeling all right, then maybe the others have more information. They'll probably want to ask you questions. And she falls into a hug and says, "It's been, well, for me, it's been quite a day."
One of those time works differently here things, huh?
Yes. We were gone for about 4 hours.
Well,
So,
please tell us all about it, within reason, of course, over breakfast.
absolutely.
So, Pumpkin, you're going to be out there playing with the kids, and two of them are going to like whip out their little wands and start running around shooting little lightning bolts at each other. And they keep repeating a word, but you're like so distracted playing with everybody that you don't really pay much attention to it. And back inside, is it Nathan or Nathaniel? Sorry.
Nathan.
Nathan says, "Oh yeah, one more thing about it that we should be cautious about sharing and maybe look into a little bit more. It seems to be uttering a word to people that get near it. And I have no idea what this means. It just simply says patience. Boss, make a roll a d20.
God, not even giving me a check. Just a 2016.
Yep, this is gonna be a juicy way to end this.
Oh, God.
Ooh,
Oh no, guys! What?
ready? You ready for some homebrew stuff?
No.
Oh no.
Yeah, because all of the sin stuff wasn't totally homebrewed already that we're not totally afraid of.
Bost, you would immediately make a connection. You all have been experiencing the 7 deadly sins in a sort of spiritual personified form. The word patience immediately triggers to you the idea of 10 commandments.
Oh
no.
And that's where we're gonna end today.
Uh-oh.
Aww.
Oh, no.
Yay.
Oh, dear. Oh, boy, howdy.
Yeah. Okay.
I
Yeah,
have
that's
a
gonna be
fear.
it for today. We should be back in 2 weeks, right? -1.
Yeah.
Vic.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm here next. I'm here the next session. It's the 2
Oh.
after that I'm gone.
Got it. Okay. Perfect.
Yep.
Okay. So we'll be back in 2 weeks. Say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Everybody.